RFS fam, happy Friday! Who's ready to get baked? Woo! Nice. Tonight we are making zucchini bread. I'm really excited for this one. I've tried this recipe a couple of times and I really enjoyed it. My Aldi sells zucchini in 3-packs, so I'll be making a loaf tonight and probably at least one more over the weekend to have for breakfast next week. Although according to my brother, zucchini bread is not, all caps, breakfast. I eat it for breakfast, so therefore it's breakfast. Who agrees? Which side of this divisive opinion are you on? Is zucchini bread breakfast?
Do you eat any other vegetables for breakfast?
No. No, I don't.
Why would this be breakfast?
Because it's bread, and when you make zucchini bread, it doesn't taste like vegetables.
Here's the thing. I mean, we're starting out breaking the laws of physics anyway, as far as like putting zucchini in bread. You're like,
right?
Like, why would you make like that? And then, I mean, it's good. Obviously, it's good. It doesn't taste like zucchini.
It does not. If you guys have never had it, it honestly to me tastes like banana bread. But banana bread always has that squishy banana texture. I use a banana every single morning in my fruit smoothies, but only in my fruit smoothies, and I kind of get offended when it tastes too banana-y. So I don't like the squishy kind of texture of banana bread. I'll eat it, and I do have a good recipe. I will do one of these days on the show. That's a pretty good recipe for banana bread that's not too squishy. I see Hannah agrees it's breakfast. Brittany says it's food. Food, right? Food. Any food eaten in the morning is breakfast. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, but I'd eat it for breakfast. It's just bread.
Yeah, and
it's yum bread.
Hannah going with the semantics. Anything you eat first is breakfast because you are breaking your fast. So there, Jason. So there.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And Bradley's convinced that I'm making breakfast tonight, so he is not wrong. Jason, don't pinhole your child into not being able to eat zucchini bread for breakfast. It's breakfast. Coming in early with the super chat from you scrolled off the screen. From Helen, there we go. Thank you so much. Sending the pair asking how's it going. It is going well. I am running on fumes right now. If you guys have not seen my Facebook or Instagram posts, I hardcore drove myself down to a concert last night and got home at 1 a.m. and got up for work this morning. So
we'll talk about.
I'm tired. We will talk about that. This has to go into the oven for 50 to 60 minutes. So we've got another long bake, but we will be able to eat it at the end this time.
Right.
I think we did last time too. So warm zucchini bread is freaking amazing. It's good room temperature too. It's good cold. Who cares? It's good.
I'm good room temperature.
Okay.
It's a fun fact.
You're better at room temperature than hot. I hate when you're hot. Then you're just whiny Dan. All right, so let's get started on this since we do have a long bake time on this one. I did post, you guys, this does take one large zucchini. If your zucchini is not large, you may need another one.
This morning I was trying to buy the zucchinis, and there was 2 different cucumbers there. And I was trying to get cucumbers because I forgot. And then then I was like, oh shoot, that's
Thanks for not getting cucumbers.
I almost got cucumbers. That's okay, I could have morphed it into a zucchini. I would have just put it out in the sun more.
I don't think that's how that works. That reminds me of when Anthony inquired whether limes were just baby lemons that hadn't grown up into lemons yet.
They do change the color.
They do, but no, limes are not baby
and I blamed Sprite growing up. It's not like Sprite was really clear. It was like lemon, lime, Sprite. Well, yeah, I mean,
lemon, lime, 2 different ingredients.
Yeah, well, orange juice is orange juice, like orange and juice, like it's lemon lime. It's like that's what it's called. It was 1 word. It wasn't 2 words. It's just lemon lime.
I think it was 2 words.
Lemon lime. So
pretty sure it was. So I'm pretty sure that you can make this with the skin on, but I'm a texture person. I de-skin mine. I don't know if Sarah is here watching, but I did see just before we started, Fast Talking Sarah commented on Facebook. She got all the ingredients except the zucchini. So I guess you could just make bread and just leave the zucchini out. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, so I just use my vegetable peeler and peel all this crunchy skin off of the outside of it.
Nancy said red peppers are overripe green peppers, so...
Okay, so there is some logic there, but limes are not baby lemons.
Marco wants to know where your drink's at. I don't know if you're drinking it tonight.
I'm running on fumes, Marco. I got like 5 hours of sleep and used up every bit of energy that I had last night, dancing around like a maniac, so I don't know that I'm drinking tonight. I will be done before the show is over if I drink tonight, I think.
Jess is in the chat. Can you read Jess's chat in Jess' chat voice?
Good, wonderful, beautiful evening, everyone. I don't know if I can do just voice.
I would have been.
I didn't
Good,
drag it up.
wonderful, beautiful evening, everyone.
You've nailed it because you listen to the vlogs over and over every day as you are editing them. So
I have.
I think you're better at imitating your voice than I am.
Yep.
Marco suggests vodka and Red Bull. You want my monkey heart to explode? So when I first tried this recipe, I got all the ingredients and then I had a bit of a panic moment because I had no way to shred the zucchini. I have my fine zester that it's a cheese grater, but it's really, really fine. And I didn't want this to be really, really fine. So I was kind of panicking, like, what am I going to do? And then I remembered, thanks to Adrian and Jason, who recommended that I get this awesome Hamilton Beach giant food processor for when I have to food process bigger batches. It comes with this plate, which is for grating or slicing. So
That's so cool if you
it really
like
is.
throw it at somebody like Ninja Star style.
Then I could just grate the side of their face
right?
off.
Yeah.
That would be
I know, and then
terrifying.
we could deep fry it.
Ew. Deep fried people, Dan?
Okay.
That's a little
Is this
weird.
loud? I forget.
I think it is a little bit loud, but it does go pretty quick. I just need to figure out how big. I think the whole thing's good.
If you shove it in.
We're going for it.
Yeah, I think you're
Let me
good.
make sure, yeah. So the plate has to be reversed. One side is grating and one side is slicing. So this side is grating.
Is this super loud?
I think so. You
Okay.
want to...
I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Let me know when you're ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead. Well, that was your morning.
Yeah, it goes super quick. I love it.
That's
Much
cool.
better than trying to grate that by hand.
That's it?
That's it. And then it just leaves a little slice.
Ew, what are you gonna do with the nub?
Feed it to you.
No way.
Eat it.
No.
Eat it.
That's gross. I don't like zucchini.
Yeah, you do.
In the bread or like baked, but like I don't want to eat it like that. I'm not Jamie. It's not like an apple. You just like put it in your mouth and eat it. Like I don't want it.
Hannah says that's how I did mine and how I will be doing carrot cake from now on. I don't know that I will do that for carrot cake, only because it does make larger bits, and I like the carrots in the cake to be super fine, just so it completely evaporates away. I don't actually want carrot in my cake.
No, I don't want to eat the nub.
Eat the nub, Dan!
No, I'm not eating the nub. I am not. I'd rather eat cat food than the nub.
Well, we know that. All right, so I just need to check and make sure this is 1.5 cups worth.
Chris said, "Eat the nub." That's not what she said. Hey, man, is your shirt still tucked in? Chris, I saw a photo of you earlier, and I'm like,
Looking all professional.
oh my gosh.
Dan's just making fun because he doesn't have any button-up
I think
shirts.
that's what I did. I think I just made fun of the picture for like 5 minutes.
Aw, we love you, Chris.
Oh, we did. You weren't even here
We
to
did. I didn't make fun.
You weren't here to
made
defend
fun.
yourself. You were here to laugh at it. So it's your fault.
I mean, I'm always going to laugh at the joke at anybody's expense. I don't care.
I'm just kidding. Erin says, hello, everyone. I'm everyone, so
You
hi.
are. She said hello to you. Erin boy. You're not helping. They said hello to you. All right, let's see where we're at. It's just under 1.5 cups. I'm gonna call that 1.5 cups because I don't want to chop up a whole other zucchini.
If Erin's got 2 A's, is the first A silent?
Yes, and it's also a boy, not a girl. I was thinking Erin with an E. I mean, I don't know. Girl Erins might spell it with 2 A's, but generally it's an E.
Oh, I was just asking about the letters.
Well, I was asking you if it was a boy or a girl, Erin, and you didn't answer me, so now I know based on how it was spelled. Okay, so we are done with this. Amanda's yelling at you. All caps. All right, let's see what.
Oh,
is
no.
next.
No one makes fun of my husband, Dan. Go to your room and think about what you did. What, are you going to send Chris in there to beat me with his tucked-in belt? Or is that belt already in use?
Aaron says his legal name is spelled A-R-R-O-N, so one of the R's apparently is silent. Unless it's R-Ron. I don't know how you pronounce your name. All right, let's see where we're at. We are going to add oil, both sugars, eggs, and vanilla extract. So, oil.
You hungry?
I'm good, actually. What? Are you just going to be over there snacking?
Yeah.
It's really warm in here, and there's like condensation on the outside of my eggs. Oh, hold on one second, guys. I have an important text I have to send that I was supposed to send before the show. Blake was late getting back to me.
It's alright, we'll wait.
Sorry, it's time sensitive. Okay, so we are doing oil, both sugars, brown and regular sugar, the eggs, and the vanilla extract. Not almond, vanilla. So we want a half a cup of vegetable oil. I need to find another measuring cup.
Hannah said time to check the bread.
Oh yeah, she said she made hers ahead of us. My amazing measuring cups that I got that you can see the measurement from the top are not accurate, so don't mind me while I bend over to the side to see where half a cup is. It's a lot of oil, but there's no butter in here. We use oil instead, so I guess it's good. So half a cup of vegetable oil. Did you preheat the oven? Thank you, with the big red stop signs to make sure to draw my attention to it. I appreciate that. Oven goes to...
I think, I'm writing that down. I think I know, besides the fact that you don't have an emoji, preheat the oven's gonna get its own emoji.
Before I do?
Yeah. I can't figure out, look, here's the thing. I've been trying to figure out what your emoji is, and like...
It's gonna be an emoji of me punching you in the face
If
pretty
you don't
soon.
be nice to me, it's just gonna be a shrunk down version of the Wendy's logo, so be nice to Dan. Dan, everybody!
Get out of here. Dr. Detroit suggests an almond extract emote. No? Okay, we want 3/4 cup of brown sugar.
Sorry, I have pizza in my mouth, sorry.
Clearly, your priorities are in order.
I already committed to the bite before you said that question. Like, I was already like...
Like we've never seen you talk with your mouth full of food?
Not when I'm that close to the camera, or to the microphone. I'm like standing right there. Dan, everybody.
All right, 3/4 cup. If you guys have not heard before, you always want to pack your brown sugar. I've never seen a recipe that just says loose brown sugar. It's always packed brown sugar. So we're doing 3/4 of a cup of that, and then we're going to do a 1/4 cup of sugar. I unfortunately did not follow my own tip to do the sugar first because there's sugar in brown sugar, but there's not brown sugar in sugar.
Sam wants a Pippi emoji.
Oh, I hate you all. You know I grew up getting all the Pippi Longstockings and Wendy's jokes.
I know, I just gave you 2 of them.
Yeah, I know. Thank you for bringing me back to my childhood.
Dan, have you been drinking? Not yet, but like, on your marks, get set, like, go, but not yet.
The beer has been cracked. You know, my mom came into my office area the other day and called me Crystal Strawberry, and I kicked her out. I told her she's not allowed to do that. It's not funny. That was the biggest thing, like the most picked on name I was called ever growing up. That and Crystal Pistol, which was just stupid. It just rhymes. Like, it's not even a good insult.
Nobody picked
Dumb. Brittany with a super chat. Thank you so much, friend. Mrs. Dan sitting on the floor eating Mario spaghetti.
We got a new floor hole cover.
But there's still a Cheerio Spaghetti-O in the hole.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Despite the fact that we took it off and replaced the vent itself,
It's new vent.
he did not clean it out.
Be like,
Oh, I got a big old chunk of shell in there. What am I doing?
oh, is it a half shell?
Almost. It was a big chunk. Excuse me while I get this gooey, disgusting membrane out of here. Ugh.
Oh, you're making it worse. You're making it worse. Don't pick at it.
It's gross. Why? All right. This one's not as bad, but I do have to get that out. That just grosses me out, you guys. Anybody else pick their gooey membranes out,
No.
or is it just me?
Eggs are dumb. I mean, they're cool for bacon, but...
For bacon?
For bacon.
I don't like bacon. All right, and our vanilla extract, which is going to be a teaspoon.
Alright, we'll get away from the names here, but you started it. I need you to read Dr. Detroit's stream, or Dr. Detroit's stream stuff's thing.
Oh, because
Well-
you want me to tell the story?
Yeah.
Crystal Pistol, hopefully you weren't called Crystal Meth.
Hold on, before you tell the story, can you read what Tristan did?
I was called Trissy and Trisspot. What does that even mean? It doesn't even make sense. So when I worked at the gas station, when you work at a gas station, you get
Everybody.
Like, it's not like when you work at the mall and it's like people who have enough money to shop at the mall or like whatever kind of like retail store. Everybody goes to the gas station. Like every class of person, whether they can afford to shop or not, they're bargaining with like 52 cents for a loose cigarette and some gas in their SUV. You get all kinds of people. And you get to know people. You guys have a gas station you go to. Everybody does. There's whatever gas station is closest to your home, your work, whatever. You go to the one gas station. You get to know the people who come in. And one time this guy walked in and with all the confidence in the world walked in the door and said, "What's up, Crystal Meth friend of mine?" And I just looked at him and said, "Nope. No, that is not a nickname I want." You can guess what kind of person that was.
I mean, that was probably the best thing. Like that was.
You've always laughed about that.
I laughed at it because that was pretty witty.
No, not amused. Not even a little bit. No. Be nice to your local gas station attendant. They probably don't like their job.
I got a question.
What?
Do you get mad if I don't know what pump I'm on?
Look, you have one job. One job. Look up at the number that you're on. If you forget, that's totally fine, but know what car you're in. Don't walk in and be like, "That car right there, that one right there." Don't be like, "The white one," when there's 5 white cars. Know your car. If we work at a gas station, we probably have some idea of cars, even if we don't, like, you know, if we can see the logo, we know it's a Honda. If you're in an SUV, like the white SUV, just please look at your pump number. That's all you have. One job. Look at your pump number.
The more you know.
The more you know.
I was always on one pump.
And I always go to the same pump, so I never have to think about which pump I'm on.
Yep, I'm a one pump chump. I go right to that same pump every time.
If you give them the wrong number and somebody's on that number and they pump your gas, too bad, so sad. You should have given them the right number.
Has that happened?
Oh yeah, people get mad as hell.
Let me
tell you real quick.
I would take a straw and I'd filch out right out that gas tank. I'd be all about it.
No, you can't do that.
One for me. One for you.
Gross.
They're like, "Stop it." I'm like, "I'm a swallow."
Gross. Uncle Yukon said, "I've said the pump at the ugly green van a couple of times. Hey, as long as I can look out there and know what the ugly green van is, I don't care because I work there and I know the pumps. I know the numbers. We don't have to try to do some math. You don't have to be like, the second bay on the right side on the far side. No, I know the numbers. Tell me the number. I know the number." You want to hear the best angry customer story?
I derailed you. Hold on.
We're going there. Let me tell you another thing.
From getting big with Crystal.
If you're filling up a gas can,
Crystal just went into business for herself.
If you're filling up a gas can, put it on the ground when you fill it up. Do not put it in the bed of your carpeted truck, spill gas everywhere, and then come inside and yell at the gas station attendant that they owe you a new truck liner, new carpet in the bed of your pickup truck. No, I did not pump the gas and spill it all over. You're supposed to put it on the ground. If you're putting it on carpet, that's a fire hazard because they're static, right? Yes? Not their problem.
One time I was in Michigan.
He was mad. We had to kick him out.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, he was like ready to call the cops, and we're like, "Call the cops! You think they're gonna side with you? You poured gas in your truck bed. Not our problem."
In Michigan, but you get to pump your gas first. Good, right?
Yeah, you don't do that out here. No.
Suckers. You get to pump your gas first. I went to some gas station to get some stuff. It was gas, but it was off of some janky gas thing off to the side, and I was pumping it, and it went all in my throat, and I sat in the car and died a little bit all the way back to Jess's house.
You know whose problem that was?
Mine.
Yours.
But you didn't have to I didn't
You didn't think you should go inside and yell at them because you chose to breathe in the fumes?
Maybe I should. I don't know what it was, but that was bad news.
All right, so then we're adding a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we're gonna mix this all around. Brittany likes it in Oregon where they pump it for you. Yeah, you're not allowed to pump your own gas in Oregon.
That's what she said.
Stop it.
Oh, in the chat.
All right, so this bit's gonna be a little bit thick. We're going to mix in cinnamon, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. Again. PJ is here.
What's
Hello,
up, PJ?
Thank you for joining us.
What's up, PJ?
Okay, so we have 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. teaspoon of everything else. What's going on in the chat, Dan?
Everybody's saying hi to PJ. Marco wants everybody to hit that like button.
Thanks, Marco.
Yep. Yes, don't let that like button get cold, Marco. We'll yell at it.
So one of the things that I think makes this recipe good is the 2 teaspoons of cinnamon and the brown sugar. That adds like, I don't know, to me it's almost like holiday baking flavors where it's a, how do you describe it? Like a warmer sweetness? I don't know, but I like when things have cinnamon and brown sugar in it. It just makes the flavor amazing. It really complements the bread itself and the zucchini, and oh, this is such good zucchini bread, you guys. Hannah, you'll have to let me know what you think. Who else is baking along tonight, guys?
Me.
Yeah, get to it.
Well, my girlfriend's baking, but
Oh, I see.
I'm here.
Okay, so half a teaspoon baking soda, half a teaspoon baking powder, and half a teaspoon of salt.
Bradley says he doesn't want to watch you bake. He wants to watch you eat.
He did want to see me eat breakfast.
That's a thing. There's Dr. Pimple Popper, and there's Mr. Food Eater Watcher.
Food eater one?
Yeah, Food Eater Watcher. You can have that.
Sorry, Bradley, I have to make my food before I eat it. You're really not going to like it when I come visit and we have to sit there and wait for the food to eat. I accidentally got out my unopened baking soda. Okay, and as always, we are going to pour our salt in the hand, not the pan. Because always, every time I pour it, too much comes out.
Shannon said, I tried to make caramel mango empanadas. I failed on the crust.
Oh, boo. I've never made empanadas.
But we've had some crust fail before in some of the stuff we've done, so don't worry.
Yeah, it happens. Try a different recipe, unless you know what you did wrong and you can correct it next time. Okay, so then we add this stuff. It's a little different. Usually we add like the small amounts of dry ingredients to the flour. This one actually has you adding it to the wet ingredients first and mixing that in really well, and then we're gonna add our flour to the mixture.
Like, hello, one and all. Give a bell. Ding, 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 ding.
Hear ye, hear ye. I have arrived. Amanda should be making white chocolate brownies, but I sat down on the couch and am now under Chris' rule. Don't let him, look, you can't let him get comfortable ruling things. Don't set this precedent.
If you untuck his shirt, he'll deflate like a balloon.
Oh my god.
And then you're good to go and you can get up.
Is that how that works, Dan?
It was tight in there. Like, there was no exhaling.
Aaron's gonna be making peanut butter chip cookies tomorrow. Chocolate peanut butter chip cookie. So a chocolate cookie with peanut butter chips? Is that what we're talking about? Uh-oh, Jason said, here we go. What happened, Jason? What are you anticipating? No, Foxy Cole, I'm not going to add chocolate chips to the zucchini bread because then I can't lie to myself and tell myself that it's healthy. Like, it's got a whole vegetable in it. It's healthy. I imagine it would work well with it, but I have not tried it yet, and I'm not going to this time. Maybe in the future. I did see somebody commenting on Facebook about a chocolate zucchini bread. I've not tried that either. I have made chocolate banana bread. I have a pretty good recipe for that, but I haven't made chocolate zucchini bread. Okay, so now we're stirring in the flour. Once this is all mixed up, we'll put our zucchini in, and then it's ready to go into the pan and in the oven. Oh, me getting all girl power. Oh, watch out, Jason. Chocolate comes from a bean. It is a vegetable product. I like the way you think, Chris. You still don't get to rule Amanda. Sorry. Alright, so at this point it is still pretty thick. Once we add the zucchini, because there's so much moisture in the zucchini, it will kind of water it down a little bit. I just want to get the flour off the sides and get that all mixed in.
It's chocolate chip cookies with peanut butter in it.
Ooh.
That'll be good.
So like a peanut butter cookie with chocolate chips? What are we talking? I need more information here, Aaron. Abigail says, my mom said we'll do this soon. Awesome. This is a really good recipe. I haven't had zucchini bread in a really long time, up until about a month ago. And we got the zucchini I think we got it to make the baked zucchini, but it comes with 3 in a package. And if you guys don't shop at Aldi and you have one nearby, check out Aldi. They have a great produce section, at least ours out here. Super good prices, way better than the regular grocery store we go to.
A lot of the stuff's individually wrapped too, which is interesting.
Yes,
I like
but
that.
you cannot find individual like onions and tomatoes and stuff. We always have to go to the regular grocery store for that. Chris says, I don't rule anything. My old ass was tired and dozing off. Oh, so it's like when the cat falls asleep on you and you can't move until it wakes up and you just die with a cat on you because you're not allowed to move. I get it. A peanut butter cookie with chocolate chips covered in chocolate. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. All right, so when I mix the zucchini in, I don't want to use the mixer because I don't want to disintegrate the zucchini. I just don't want to be too rough on it. So I am going to mix that in by hand. Big mixers. Oh, did I wake you up? I'm sorry. So this is super thick. This is like a thick cookie dough at this point.
It looks good. It looks nice. It looks nice and super thick.
It does.
Yeah.
Jeannie says, I tried your tip about storing sugar in a Rubbermaid container. Love it. Easy to measure, easy to store. Chocolate zucchini bread is to die for. I will definitely try that in the future, and I'm glad I can help you with that trick. I really love these containers that are Progressive brand. There's a link on the kit at gettingbakercrystal.com for these, but I do just store my sugar in here. It works better. This is probably my sugar container for like 15, 20 years, a really long time.
Oops, sorry, I double posted.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, it's my own channel. Sorry, sorry, but
sorry if we offended.
There's a link there. You can find links to all the kits and all the stuffs that we use and stuffs and things and stuffs and stuffs.
Abigail's mom said, "Where is the kitty?" Here. Can you see him on the one side of the camera? He's there. He's dozing. I made too much noise and I woke him up and he was very offended. Hey. I am done with that. If you want to take that away from the base. Thank you. There. Now you can see Mooch a little bit better. He's dozing. Brittany with the super chat. Beautifully thick like me. I love you, Brittany. Now we're just going to water this down a little bit with this zucchini. This is a super easy recipe. What are we at? Like 6:30, and I yapped for at least half of that time. Super easy and quick to make. It just bakes for a while, but you can whip this together real quick and have zucchini bread within an hour.
Hannah said, just tried the bread. Nice, warm, and very tasty.
Awesome. I like it with a little bit of butter.
Post your photos in the baking group, and we will get to those during baking time.
Yes. And Erin, when you make those cookies, please post a picture. And anybody else, please, if you guys haven't already, please post pictures of whatever you make. I love seeing all the different recipes you guys try and getting different ideas. All right, so you just want to make sure that's mixed in evenly. You can see it has thinned out a little bit. It's a little more liquidy now thanks to that zucchini. And we're going to throw it in the pan.
Here's your reminder.
Alexa, stop.
I'm just wiping off the spray, the nonstick spray from the top so it doesn't burn. Steve says I should make a keto version of this. I don't know exactly what keto means and what kind of accommodations you would need to make for that, but yeah, you totally should. Zucchini bread's delicious. Like I said at the top of the show, if you guys have not had zucchini bread, do not be scared by the fact that it's zucchini. Even if you don't like zucchini, it does not taste like zucchini, I promise you. If I fed this to you and didn't tell you it was zucchini bread, you would not know.
Oh, Crystal, have you ever tried the zoodles, the zucchini noodles?
I have not.
I think I've seen them, here's the thing about pasta. I've seen it in like butternut squash. I've seen it in other stuff. I've had it in spinach form, which is delicious.
I love spinach pasta. That's something we grew up eating.
Yeah, and we talk about how spinach got a bad rap because of Popeye all canned up and stuff, you know?
Yeah, I don't recommend canned spinach.
But like fresh spinach is really good. But I am willing to try any style of noodles, but I have not tried any of those
except
noodle things.
edamame. I do not recommend you guys try edamame noodles, even if you like
Did we
edamame.
try that?
Yes, and it was really disgusting.
Like, we just couldn't. And we're like, I'm pretty good at eating everything.
It was gross.
Well,
it
yeah.
tasted like dirt. It was not good. It did not taste like edamame. I love edamame. Did not taste like it. It was freaking disgusting. Amanda with the super chat, thank you so much, friend. It says, I'm talking to Mr. Mixer, YouTube and TikTok, about sending my mixer in to get an oil change and new speed control. I'm going to miss it when it's gone. Aww. How old is your mixer? I was looking into it.
Yeah, I was trying to talk to you about having, but not everybody's got our mixer. A mixer replacement day, or not maintenance day, where we open it up, we give it a little bit of a sprucing, we oil it up, we fix what needs to be done in it.
But when I looked into it, it sounded like it rarely actually needs that sort of stuff. Like, I mean, after a long time it does, but it's not like, oh, I've had this a year or two.
But how long have you had your mixer for?
Probably about 10 years, I think.
No, way more than that. It was 10 years a few years ago on our memories on YouTube.
Think so.
Yeah, we've had it at least 10 years. At what point, Crystal, are you gonna try to like maintenance it, or are you ready for like another one? Have they improved it? Do they look different?
No,
yours
it's
is in great shape.
It is. It's really good. I use it a ton. Steve, yes, I agree with you. Edamame noodles smell like fish food. Yeah, they were really gross.
I have vague memories of it, but
I bought it because I thought we like edamame. Let's have a different type of noodle. Maybe it's a little bit healthier.
I think we've had wheat noodles before.
I regularly, you guys don't even pay attention and you don't taste the difference because we don't eat noodles plain. I get the wheat version.
I mean, it's not like you're getting one bite on me. I like all the things. Like, good.
My point is, it doesn't taste like wheat bread or something. Like, if I give you a wheat bread sandwich, you would know it was a wheat bread sandwich.
See, I never grew up with white bread. You're my first white bread girlfriend. Literally.
What'd you call me?
Literally.
Okay, we are going to put this in. I forgot. I think I have an 8x4 pan.
I'm Mexican. We're all about wheat.
If you have a 9x5 pan, it says 50 to 60 minutes. If you have an 8x4 inch pan, 55 to 65 minutes. I don't remember what I did last time. We're going to start with 50 and
our oven is pretty spot on, plus that like 2 or 3 minutes extra. You know how like you're done, you're like, oh, we'll give it a couple more minutes. So it's like that. And then the extra ones of those, we will probably be making some zucchini. When can we make some zucchini parms for the oven?
We can definitely do that. Oh, like here and now?
No.
That's a process. Uncle Yukon says, my mom made zucchini pie. It tasted like pumpkin pie. I can see that.
The zucchini tastes like
definitely see that.
It tastes like banana bread when we eat it.
Yes. Sorry.
What did Chris have to say?
Dan put the chat really far away, guys, and I thought I could read it, but...
Would you like one more bigger? Hold on.
Can we? Oh my god, now it's giant. Now everybody's yelling at me. Yes, but now I have to figure out where I was.
You were at Chris's,
Okay, here.
Chat.
So Steve was talking about making this keto-friendly. Monk fruit sugar instead of regular sugar. I don't know what that is, but cool. Almond flour instead of regular flour. I have heard of almond flour. I did look into, when I first started doing this and people were asking about substitutions and stuff, I did look into it a little bit. It gets complicated. You have to look into, like, okay, if I'm not using all-purpose flour and I'm using whatever kind of flour, is it a 1-to-1 ratio? Because it's not always. Sometimes you don't replace 1-to-1.
Right. And unfortunately, I think we're just not that channel. It's so much of a head scratch out of our element, and we're trying to juggle so much here.
Yes.
I respect all those things. I just think that's just not.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do, absolutely. Like, if you're doing that, if you're eating keto already, if you're diabetic, if you're gluten-free, any of that stuff, you probably know way better than I do what kind of substitutions you need.
Absolutely.
And if you
it's
don't
not a
Google
disrespect
it,
thing, just like.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Substitute where you can, please.
Yes. Steve and Brittany don't like bread. Well, bread like for sandwiches or like zucchini bread?
You better not let Oprah know that.
What don't you like about bread? Who doesn't like bread? What a weird thing.
Well, Marco's Mexican. Hold on. Marco's Mexican.
No, not Marco. Steve and Brittany.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Marco. I was like, well, maybe he likes tortillas. Brittany, well then how do you make McDonald's?
Yeah, because, oh my God, I could not live without bread. Oh my God. Amanda says, I'm not sure. It was used when I got it 10 years ago. I can feel the oil leaking when I carry it to the counter. Yeah, I think you are to change the oil every year or two. Ooh, I'll have to look into that because, well, when mine was starting to fail and it really just needed a better adjustment, which I finally figured out, when I was looking into the oil thing, it wasn't like, oh my God, from what I read, and I'm not saying you're wrong at all, but from what I read, I never saw anything that said every 2 years, and I guess it depends on your mixer and how often you use it, I don't know, but it kind of was like, as needed, you shouldn't really have to do it, but you might have to, I don't know. Skydreamer Dan wants to know if you feel silly for posting the wrong picture for the stream tonight. I called him out on that ahead of posting it, and then I thought you said it was fixed. He's in the other room right now. I thought he said that it was fixed, but did you fix it? Is it still the wrong picture, Dan? No, he said he fixed it. I don't know. YouTube, guys. We're blaming YouTube.
No, it was simple. It just didn't take I uploaded the replacement and it just didn't take.
Got
and
it.
then off it went. Yeah.
Look, you guys know how these
Fixed
things
it.
go.
You guys told me what's up, so I fixed it. Thank you guys.
Brittany says she does like bread. She's just making a joke. Okay, what about you, Steve? I need to know. Jeannie says, you cannot even see the zucchini. It blends right into the other ingredients, just leaves behind little flecks that blend right into the cakiness. Yes, and I don't know if it's just because I peel it. I peel it because I'm picky. Maybe if you don't peel it. Hannah, did you peel yours? It's still, like, the same texture as the bread. You don't feel crunchiness in there at all. It's all good. Hannah wants to know if we're putting a glaze on this. Nope, just some butter. When it's done, I butter it up. Aaron says, to make the cookies I'm talking about, what you do is make a regular chocolate chip cookie dough and just add about 1.5 cups of peanut butter. Interesting. Please post pics. Are you part of the Getting Baked Crystal Facebook group? I don't know if I've ever seen you post there. Please post a picture. I'd like to know what's up. Marco says, all Mexicans like tortillas. Hey, so do white bread girls. I love tortillas. We always have a stash of sometimes multiple sizes of tortillas in this house.
Yeah, Crystal likes tortillas so much, sometimes she thinks I smell like them.
When Dan hasn't showered in a while, he does smell like a corn tortilla. I'm not being racist. I'm just saying It is what it is. Hannah did peel hers, so I have no other side of the argument on that. Okay, Marco asked, so the concert. Who wants to hear about the concert?
Oh my gosh, let me tell you what happened.
Jason says you do smell like tortillas. He smelled it.
Excuse me.
So, you have a story to tell.
So Crystal really likes Less Than Jake. I mean, obviously you can see up on her walls, even right here in this shot, you can see that there's Less Than Jake stuff like all over the place. All that's Less Than Jake stuff all over our walls, right? So she's this big Less Than Jake fan, right? So she slides into the.
How did this become your story?
So she slides into the bass drummers.
No.
She slides into the bass drummer's DMs.
Bass guitarist.
See?
Do you even know?
There's some sort of back and forth, and a transaction of goods is traded for I don't know what. But there's a transaction that's made. Crystal leaves and goes down there early to meet him by the tour bus to exchange some bill of goods for I don't even know what. And then she came home after midnight.
I did.
That's pretty much.
That's the condensed version.
Is that like the new?
That's the one that makes me sound
like
kind of.
Well, see,
inappropriate.
back in the day, you would just you would just paint your school bus van. You'd follow the Grateful Dead around and sell grilled cheeses for cash.
I wish I could follow Less Than Jake around.
And now you slide into their DMs and.
I did slide into some DMs. Holly wants to know if the tortilla's still behind the stove. Hey, Dan.
You guys suck. None of you guys can keep a secret ever. You guys have kept a couple secrets, but ever. Yes, it's still there. It is still there.
Dan likes tortillas so much.
Who said that? Who said that?
That was Holly.
You're like, what's that?
M. Schauberg?
Oh, yes.
Schauberg?
You're about to get it sent in an envelope to your house. Like, watch out, because it's going to come your way. Keep in mind, if any of you have ever purchased anything from me, I have your address. For the stickers.
Yeah, he'd have to be able to find it.
I have your home address right there.
Brittany's saying that you like tortillas so much you threw a tortilla behind the oven to make the house smell like it. Yeah, it's his version of a Sensi.
Right.
Marco calling me a groupie. No. Let me tell you the actual story of what had happened. So, you guys know that I collect Garbage Pail Kid cards. We've talked about that before, and my giant collection of way too many Garbage Pail Kid cards. So, I don't know how to describe without sounding inappropriate. I am like obsessed with the bass guitarist of Less Than Jake. I think he's such an awesome person. He has the best energy on stage. Every time I go see them, I stand on his side of the stage and just love like how happy he is and how energetic he is, and he's freaking amazing. He's got another side band called Rehasher. Check them out. Even if you don't like horns, they don't have horns. I flew to Chicago to go see Rehasher because they weren't playing any West Coast dates at all, like until 2 years ago.
And that's just the bass guitar, guys.
It's his side band with a couple other guys. Yeah, absolutely. So absolutely obsessed with him. I follow his everything. He's great. I love him. So he started collecting Garbage Pail Kid cards, and I'm like, oh my god, me too. So he posted a couple weeks ago. So Newfound Glory. If you guys are old enough to know who they are, although apparently all these kids know who they are, Newfound Glory is doing a tour, and they asked Less Than Jake to come open for them. So Roger, the bassist of Less Than Jake, posted that he was trading Garbage Pail Kid cards for tickets to the show.
And they're from Florida.
They're from the whole ass other side of the country. They're from Gainesville, Florida. So they're coming out this way, and I saw him post a few times about the Garbage Pail Kid cards, and then he posted that he would trade cards for tickets, and I'm like, okay, let me just kind of file that in the back of my mind. Crystal has a lot of detail. Well thought out lie or the truth? Oh no, I'm an over-explainer.
Hold on. We got 41 minutes and
Yeah, I've got time. You guys are gonna hear this whole last story.
Here's the explain timer. Yeah, so bam.
I'm telling you this. I am absolutely an over-explainer. If you guys ask me a question, I'm not just going to give you a yes or no. I am always going to give you the whole story with backstory.
It's clear.
Every time.
It's clear back there.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Marco says I'm the equivalent to Marie and Atmosphere. She'd do the same. I've never heard of Atmosphere, but that's awesome. I feel like everybody has that one band they latch on to. And if you guys haven't heard, this has been my band since I was like 15. This is my favorite band by far. Above all else, it's all about Less Than Jake. You've seen The Closet Door. Come on. It's all about Less Than Jake. So, I know they're coming out to California, and I'm kind of checking on the shows. I'm like, okay, they're doing a couple shows in Anaheim on a Wednesday and a Thursday. I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. I'm old, you guys. Like, it's a lot of work to get myself to do something on a school night. Even above Nirvana, absolutely. Less Than Jake, when I heard Less Than Jake the first time and I heard those horns, it absolutely completely changed my music taste. Completely, just from that one band. I was into Nirvana and Metallica and more that kind of stuff, like grungy Pearl Jam.
But those were like unobtainable. Like those are just what we see on TV and what we see, like you see it just on television. You don't see these up close in person.
Right. Yeah, and here's
like,
the other thing. Well, at the time,
tangible.
I didn't know. At the time, none of it was tangible. I was 15. I went to shows at that age, but like everybody was on the same level. But I'll get to more of the story about how much more obtainable, like, I guess obtainable is not the word. How much more approachable this band is. I don't know. I'll get there. So I was looking at the shows, kind of debating back and forth, figuring out if I wanted to go, looking at the price of the concert tickets and debating, and then I'm like, you know what? He posted that somebody traded him tickets. Let me message him and ask if he's still doing trades. So I pull out all my cards, and I'm kind of getting an idea of what I have, and I message him, hey, you still doing trades? And I know he wanted Series 1 cards, the original Series 1 from the 80s. So I've got 2 sets. They came in glossy and matte back, so I've got both sets. Not complete, but I do have both. And then I've got 4 extra cards. So I take a picture. They're in really great shape. I take a picture of them, and I send it off to him. And I'm like, hey, you still doing a trade? What do you need? And so he messaged me. Chris says, how obtainable was that bass player? Stop it. Y'all gonna make me blush. So I messaged him the picture, and he's like, oh, I only need this, this, and this, not the cards I have. He's like, but your Series 1 cards are in really great shape. And I'm like, dude, I'm still willing to part with them. They're my extras. If they're better than what you have, I'll give them to you. No worries. He needed a handful of cards from Series 7. I had one of them. Had a little gum stain on it, but it was in really good shape. And he said, oh, I'll take any other extras you have too. So I start looking, and if you guys have ever collected Garbage Pail Kid cards, it's all about having the one with your name on it. So I look up, there's a website where you can check which cards have your name on them. And I look it up, and I have 2 cards with his name on them from the new series. So I send him a picture of that. I'm like, I've got these if you don't have them. And then, if you guys have seen on our shelf when we do the shows the other direction, I've got the little vinyl figures. Sandy wants to know if he's my hall pass. If that was the sort of thing I was into, absolutely that would be my hall pass.
If he's not aged out yet, like that.
Absolutely not. No.
Even now.
Have you aged out? I still like you.
No, but like even now, like he hasn't like aged out.
No. Look, if you were not in the picture, I probably would have thrown myself at him last night. No joke, 'cause I'm pretty sure he just got divorced. Hannah agrees with me here. Looked up Less Than Jake because of the show and completely fell in love. Yes, you guys, if you have not checked it out, it's the best, like, good energy music. Whether you're angry, happy, sad, whatever, there's a song for you. I recommend you start with Anthem. I feel like that's where it really came together. I love all their shit, but that's where it really came together for me. I was like 22 when that came out, maybe. That's my favorite listening to. Hannah loves the energy I have talking about Less Than Jake. This is the thing that I could talk about, like, with no prompts, and I could just tell you all about Less Than Jake forever.
We're there for 37 minutes and 41.
We're doing this, you guys. If you're here for baking, you're gonna need to come back in about half an hour. We're on to Less Than Jake now. Marco says that if I leave you, you still have him. Sally says I'm beaming. I am. I had an amazing time last night, you guys. So let me tell you. So I slide in the DMs, I tell them all about the stuff I have, and then I'm like, wait, do you have the vinyl figures? So I bought the vinyl figures a bunch of years ago, and trying to get them all, you buy the blind packs, and I had a bunch of extras, so I sent him a picture of my extras. And so at this point, we've reached a point where I've got something he wants. So he messages me, he's like, all right, you don't have to go crazy, but what do you want to do for a trade? I only need 1 ticket. I don't have anybody that can go with me. You have to be fully vaccinated or have a negative test before you can go to a concert right now.
Doing stupid under the sink stuff.
Yes.
Under the sink.
Yeah. Nobody can go with me.
Under the sink. It was only for one ticket anyway.
PJ, no, I absolutely do not mean The Anthem by Good Charlotte. Absolutely. Oh, I can't stand Good Charlotte. I'm sorry for anybody who likes them. I cannot stand Good Charlotte. No, there's an album called Anthem. I actually bought the vinyl record last night at the show. I was so happy they reissued that recently, and they had it right there. So before I left, I went and threw down a 20 and grabbed me that and took it home. So I tell him, like, dude, you can have all this stuff. And he's like, no, that's way too much for one ticket. I'll buy it off of you. And I'm like, bro, you've seriously provided me 25 years of entertainment, and some of the best memories that I have in my life are at Less Than Jake shows. I'm really happy to, like, share this with you. This is a thing I'm super into that you're now getting into. I'm so happy to share this with you. No problem. But if you want to throw me, like, a t-shirt, that's cool, too. Like, we'll call that even.
Is that what you said?
I did. I absolutely did. Just to kind of see, like, put that out there, because shirts are expensive at shows, you guys. Like, ridiculous. So he messages me back, and he's like, dude, that's awesome. We got a deal. Let's do this. I'll put you on the list. Guys, I didn't get a ticket. I got on the damn guest list. I was freaking important. So I have to work still. So I go into work and I'm like, dude, I have to leave early. I'm going to this show.
You were so squirmy last night.
Last night and the night before, just like, okay, I'm gonna go by myself. I have never gone to a show by myself in my life. I went to a movie one time. I went and saw 13 Ghosts by myself once, and it was a cool experience and all, especially with a scary movie, but I have a lot of anxiety, you guys. Like, I've gotten really comfortable on camera here, but social situations, going somewhere where, like, oh my god, where do I park? How do I park? Do I pay for parking? How do I get in? Where do I get to the door? All that stuff makes me so anxious. So I'm, like, panicking about having to go by myself. Like, even just talking about it is making me, like, wring my hands. So anxious about having to go there. I'm like, you know what? F it, I'm doing it.
Yeah,
this is gonna be a cool story.
Say, we're California. You have to go through LA, Hollywood to get to Anaheim. It's like, it ain't like a peaceful drive through the woods. It's like, it's white knuckle driving on.
Oh, absolutely.
In the concrete
I'll
jungle
get to what the drive was
of LA,
like.
but so it's not like a fun drive down there. It's NASCAR.
Yes. Hannah says, next paycheck I have extra money with, I'm going back to that vinyl store and buying the vinyl I showed you. That's awesome. That was B is for B-sides, which really freaking good too. I think that came out, I think that was the B-sides to Anthem, if I'm not mistaken. That's not actually the record. This was when I went to Warped Tour back in probably like 2001.
That's it, right? That's the cover?
Yes, these were taped to the porta potties. And we were grabbing them.
So that's from Warped Tour 2001?
That is from a porta potty on Warped Tour.
That's older than Blake?
I want to say 2001. I'm not 100% sure that was the year.
It couldn't have been really much later than that.
It was around that time. I set off Hannah's ALEXA. What did I say? I don't know.
Sometimes it sets us.
Did I say I like 7-Up? Because the other day I said I like 7-Up, and she thought I was talking to her, and then started searching for the next parts of what I was saying.
I think I strung together a sentence the other day, and she piped up.
Yes. Chris says, a ticket, a shirt, and backstage fun for some Garbage Pail Kid cards? # obtainable. Unfortunately, I did not get to go backstage. I was kind of hoping he'd be like, oh, you're here by yourself? Come hang out on the side of the stage for the show. That would have been freaking amazing.
I heard that's where you just hear, like, humming.
It's probably all, yes.
It's like...
Honestly, like, it would be a cool story, but nothing beats being right up there in front. And, guys, I was right up front.
What if he was looking at you? Because he was probably playing like this. All like, you know, like Elvis. And then he flicks you the guitar pick.
Stop.
And it lands.
For the record, he did come look right at me and like. I'll tell you, we'll get there. We'll get there, guys.
Bosom crack, and you were so happy.
Stop it! You're making this much dirtier than it is.
Look at you getting all shy, Crystal.
Stop it. Okay, so yes, Brittany, research to the max to help your anxiety. That's absolutely what I did, and I still screwed it up. So I go to work and I tell him I'm getting off early. I gotta go because I gotta be down there. I'm trying to figure out with him, like, what do I do? How do I meet up with you? I've been to shows where when I went and saw him in Chicago, it was a tiny little, like, underground club, and he came out and was watching the bands and talking to people.
So you guys already went to the club together?
We were at the club together. We, like, hung out and we talked about how the sound sounded. Like, he was like, if it sounds bad like that when I'm on, you need to go tell the sound guy. And I'm like... I can't do that. But yeah, I've over, like, the last 20 years of seeing them in concert, I have met and talked to him a bunch of times. Super cool dude, super, like, easy to talk to. Even though I fangirl out and I'm a total freaking dork, like, I always talk to him any opportunity that I get. Would you do it again for Coldplay?
Oh, Coldplay?
No. No.
Oh.
Hannah says now it's him. It's not even the band anymore. No.
I thought I
I told you guys I am obsessed. I am obsessed with Roger. I don't know why. So I love you more. I promise.
Doesn't he have I'm gonna show him this clip. Doesn't he have a Twitch channel?
He does. You're gonna show him how obsessed I am? So embarrassing. So embarrassing.
Coldplay. I thought I banned that word from our stream. I thought we banned all the bad words.
Coldplay?
Oh, Coldplay.
Oh, no way. Sometimes it's all yellow. So, oh, Jason, bump with the Roger that. You dork.
Oh.
Jason's my wingman, by the way, because when we were at Reggie's in Chicago, Jason went and got him to come talk to me and was like, "This is my sister, and she's obsessed with you." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
When we were in LA, and you were trying to go talk to him, I'm like, "Go over there." And I'm trying to shove you over there by him, and you're like,
I'm like
neck
such
goes
a
like
dork.
this, and you're like,
I never know what to say.
And then it was time to. I'm like, "You should take a picture," and he's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Okay," and then she goes like this, like you're Roger, all happy, and here's Crystal, like.
No, all my pictures with him are like this. Like the stupidest look on my face.
When
I just cheese out.
When I saw Ali at VidCon, I was like,
Yes.
I'm gonna get a picture, and I went.
You did.
I turned into Mr. Big Head from Rocco's Modern Life. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. I swam into my body.
Yes. Christine just watched The Science of Selling Yourself Short. Really good. Reminds me a little of No Doubt. That's the horns. The ska. Yes.
And they were around for they were around at that time.
No Doubt skyrocketed. Like Gwen was adorable Real Big Fish took off.
And they're always on tour with Real Big Fish.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know why they never really hit the mainstream.
They were in Good Burger.
Yes. If you guys have seen Good Burger, they sing "We're All Dudes." I'm a dude, you're a dude,
maybe
she's a dude,
Tony
we're all
Hawk
dudes.
3 or 4.
They were in some Tony Hawks.
A couple songs in there.
Yes, the ska.
But I don't know. Yeah, they were right there on the edge, but they were always on tour with the big band.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
And Jason hears them on the radio out in the Chicago area. I've never heard them on the radio. They for sure played on K-Rock because they actually did one of the songs on some like rare B-sides or something is them singing the jingle for K-Rock. And the song is actually about now we're doing the jingle on 106.7 K-Rock. So yeah, they aren't big, and I don't know why because they're amazing. Hannah says, I used to be starstruck by you guys. Now you're two good friends of mine. Aw, thanks, friend. And that's, you know what, that's why I try to remind myself. I know that because we're on TV, on the YouTubes, people sometimes can think
Could
of
you not
us
air
that way.
quote my life or my job? Like what I did. I'm coming up on, what is it, October? I'm coming up on 2 years next month.
Well,
so,
look at you, fancy pants.
So air quote away.
So I know that people can view people that way. We're just people. We're all just people. So every time I meet them, I try to remind myself that. But what do you say to people? You're never gonna remember this conversation that we had. It's just stupid shit. I'll pull a Dan. I like your stuff. What am I gonna say? I like your stuff, bro. I like your stuff.
It happened. I came up the stair. It was an escalator. And I turned, and Rhett and Link were standing here, they were standing there. And because that Link guy, Rhett, because Rhett's so dang tall, but Link's 6'1" already, so they're
They're both huge.
They're already taller than me by a couple inches, and then the other one's even huger before he had his meltdown. So yeah, I just said that. And then there it started. That's Dice fault.
Do you think they ever sit around and tell a story about one time this guy came off the escalator and was like, I like your stuff?
He had this big man-child mohawk, and he said I had to look down at his small 5'10" frame. Maybe so. Dan, everybody.
Get out of here. Okay, so let me sidetrack and tell you this other story. So I had to tell my 80-year-old boss. You guys have heard about this man before. He's amazing and adorable, and I love him. I had to tell him I was leaving early yesterday, and he's like, oh, how come you're leaving early? I said, oh, I'm going to a concert. And so then he started asking me about, what kind of music? And I'm like, dude, you're 80. You have no frame of reference for this at all. I'm like, oh, it's like rock music, but with horns. And he's like, oh, you like horns?
I still would have told him to Chubby Checkers. I'm just going to go to a Chubby Checkers concert. He'd be like, oh, I get it now.
No. He, had no clue. So he's like, well, you going with your boyfriend? I'm like, no, I'm going by myself. By yourself? He goes, are there seats? I said, no. They're going to make you stand the whole time? Yeah. I'm like, bro.
It ain't Dave Matthews.
I said, I am going up to the front. I am not standing. I am right up at the front with my arms up singing along to every song. And he's like, really? I can't picture that. So we ended up having a 20-minute conversation where I explained to him what a mosh pit is. And I will hop in the damn mosh pit, and he's the kind of guy, he's like Dan, like he just wants to hear everybody's story, like what's your deal, where are you from, what are you into? So he just kept asking all these questions and stuff. Brittany says I would just play it for him, easier to explain. Yeah, I don't have Wi-Fi at work, so I couldn't do anything. But I thought about it today, like, oh, I should just play the video of last night and show him, because I did take a video of one of the songs. But he was kind of in a grumpy mood today, so I just let it be. So, anyway, there's that. Then I leave. So I leave work at 3 o'clock. I come home. Dan has to explain this whole, like, plumbing thing to me and get some advice on that. I'm trying to, like, hurry up and get ready. I throw my hair up into a ponytail and shellac the hell out of it because I know I'm going to be sweaty as hell. Let's get ready to do this. I hop in the car. It's a little bit after 4, and I'm like, that's fine. It says it takes 2 hours to get down there. We're good to go. I start leaving. I get about a mile up the street and realize I don't have the charging cord for my phone that's 50% charged, and I forgot my damn mask. So I have to turn around and come back, make Dan run that out to me, leave again. Okay, let's do this. Get on the freeway, we're hauling ass, let's do this. I'm ahead of traffic or anything, I'm good to go. Till about an hour in, I hit the 210 and we're in a damn parking lot. There's construction, there's car accidents. I am in a damn parking lot, you guys. It took me 3 hours to get there. Okay, like 2 3/4 hours. It was just about 7 o'clock when I got there, like right before 7. And I'm like, holy shit, it is way too late. I had talked to him, so back up. I had talked to him the night before and been like, where can I meet you? What are we doing? He's like, I can't really just walk around, but maybe we can meet like on the first parking structure level by the buses. And I'm like, all right, if I can get down there in time, it's going to take me like 2 hours to get there, so hopefully I get there in time. He's like, oh shit, yeah, just let me know. Text me and I'll check my phone. So I get down there and I check my Facebook, because I was sliding in the DMs. I checked my Facebook messages, and he had messaged me at like 5:45 and told me they were going to get food. And I'm like, okay, so he's not inside yet, but now it's like 7. So I hurry up and message Dan and my mom, like, I made it here safe, didn't die by myself. And then message him like, okay, I'm here. Is there still time to meet up? And then I book it because I have to pee, you guys. I've been in the car forever and I have to pee. So I'm running through this parking structure trying to figure out, I don't like elevators, you guys. I freaking hate elevators. I go to get in the stairwell and I push the door and something pushes back and I can see most of the way in. It opens like halfway and someone must have been behind the door and pushed back, and I nope the hell out of there, and I just walk down to the first level of the parking structure and I find bathrooms. I'm like, hell yeah. So I go to the bathroom and I come out and I look and holy shit, there's the tour buses. Like, I happen to be right by the tour buses. So then he messages me and he's like, I can meet you on the 4th floor where the House of Blues is by the elevators. And I'm like, actually, I'm right by the tour buses because I stumbled upon them finding a bathroom. He's like, cool, I'll be there in a minute.
I buy the tour buses because that's where, like, when I got out of the car, my body went like this and just took me to the tour bus.
Shut your mouth.
Here it goes.
That is not what happened.
It was like when you pick up that stick and it tells you where the water is at, you know? It was just like that on the way to the tour bus.
Shut your mouth. So I'm standing there waiting and he comes walking up and I'm like, this is so exciting. So I have my paper bag full of 5, this is what I traded. I traded 5 vinyl figures, 4 Series 1 cards, a Series 7 card, 2 all-new Series cards, and then I had an extra mini Garbage Pail Kid card, and I just loaded it up. Here you go. And he was so excited. He's like, this is so cool. What are you laughing
Google
at?
Crotch got you there.
I hate you. I hate you.
I'm gonna Amanda for my own joke.
Uncle Yukon says women don't have that stick. Shut up. So we have this really cool conversation that I don't know if I even want to talk anymore because Dan's just embarrassing me.
Hold on.
We set him off, you guys, or he set himself off. I don't know. Marco's laughing at your Google crotch.
Thanks.
Now you're just look. I was all excited, and now
reals,
you're just embarrassing.
For reals,
me.
I'm trying to hide my face in the pillow so I can laugh and cry and not, and Crystal can go on. Please go on, Crystal.
Now I'm all embarrassed. So I go and talk to him, and we talk about Garbage Pail Kid cards. Like, we just nerd out over Garbage Pail Kid cards.
How about that at a bomb? Oh yeah, that nasty Nick. Oh yeah.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Oh, Hannah says, forget about Dan, Crystal. More about Roger, please.
Yes, okay, Dan,
So,
I'll shut up, I promise.
super cool. Like, he's super easy to talk to. We just have this nerdy conversation, and we're talking about different things. He's like, oh my god, you do know your stuff, because I'm talking about, like, the different banner colors and, like, the hard-to-find expensive cards and just stupid, nerdy Garbage Pail Kid shit. Like, really, it was just dumb. And then he's like, all right, so I put your name on the list, and you go talk to the merch guy. His name, I don't know, his name was like Jimmy or Billy or one of those types of things.
Some reduced,
Not important.
Wait, some reduced name.
Yeah. Some nickname for something longer. I don't remember what it was. But he tells me, go talk to the merch guy. I told him to hook you up with whatever you want. And I'm like, awesome. But I just asked for a t-shirt, so whatevs. So then, I'm scared of the stairs at this point because I almost got beat up in the stairwell as far as I'm concerned. So I suck it up. If you guys know, I'm terrified of elevators, especially by myself. I'm in this parking structure by myself at this point. Getting into an elevator by myself. What happens if I get stuck in the elevator by myself and I'm on the guest list?
It's like you used to, like, did you like date an abusive escalator and elevator in high school? Like, why do you?
No, but I'm just so scared of getting stuck in an elevator, and then what?
So you did or did not? You took the.
I did take the elevator up to the 4th floor.
And when we said that, the House of Blues in Anaheim's in a promenade, like
Pretty
an outdoor,
much.
like an outdoor.
According to the girl that was walking to the House of Blues in front of me, she's like, "So guys, this is downtown Disney," and I was just like,
No, it used to be. Then they
No,
moved.
it's not.
They moved it, and yes, she did sound like exactly like that.
she absolutely did.
Yeah, we're from LA, like that's California.
Yes, that's exactly how she
But
sounded.
it's outdoor.
Isn't this cool out here?
It-
This is downtown Disney, guys.
It's the outdoor thing with like the 3 or 4 stories.
Yeah, there's shops
there's
and restaurants and
Chili's
whatever going
and
on.
A House
Yeah.
of Blues, which you can get food at House of Blues.
See, PJ's, yes, you can. They have like pizzas and hot
Right,
dogs and
right.
things. PJ's been stuck in an elevator before. The fear never goes away. See, I've never been stuck in one, and I still have that fear.
Yeah, remember we went to that family reunion in Lake Tahoe, and there was like
Oh, the
100-year-old.
ricketiest elevator
It was like
ever?
100-year-old elevator they bragged about, and it was held up by like spaghetti noodles. Like Mama June's spaghetti noodles.
That
And
was terrifying. It made all the noise.
It creaked. Jason knows. RFS knows. It
Yes.
creaked, and somehow we like deliberately would go in there every time, even though I could hear the shoelace.
Like, you had to be
So-
scared of that one.
I was concerned that maybe that one would have dropped me, but it was only from one floor to the next, so like
Still terrifying.
flesh wound. But that was terrifying.
Jason says, gave the goods, got on the list, but gets stuck in an elevator and missed the show. Classic.
Oh,
I would have sat down and
yes.
cried. Oh, he did
Yes.
tell me, like, if you have any problems with anything, message me. I'll keep my phone on me. I'll check. Like, I'm going to make sure you get in. I'm like, cool, thanks. So I get upstairs, and there's a line. And I'm like, I'm on the list. I don't have to wait in lines. So I go over, and there's like a table with some people, and there's a podium by a door.
Is there still a huge corral of metal detectors and stuff like last time?
Yes, it's
Where,
exactly like last time. The line was a little bit shorter.
Yeah,
but
it's
yeah, there's
huge.
the line
It's
through
like
the
Disneyland.
metal
It's like
railings.
Disneyland.
And then once you get through the first line, you got to go through security before you can get in. They're checking vaccination cards. Absolutely, there's like 3-4 different steps you got to go through. But I'm like, I'm on the list. Watch out. So now that you have his number, random text messages. I may have texted him last night when I got home. Not gonna lie. So I walk up to the podium and I'm like, hey guys. Oh, by the way, one of the 2 guys standing there, I swear to God, was the guy from My Name is Earl. And from Clerks.
Which
or
one?
Mallrats.
Like Jason Lee?
No, the other guy.
Oh, Ethan Suplee?
Yes.
It's a scooter!
It was his evil twin.
Did you tell him that? Did you walk by and say, it's a scooter?
No, but I was looking at him going, holy shit, is that him? Is that what he's doing
Ethan
these
Suplee's
days?
Rad. He's way rather than that. He was in the Kirby movie. He was in a lot of good stuff.
Yes, absolutely. I just couldn't think of his name and didn't know.
He was in Wolf of Wall Street. I got so excited when I saw him in Wolf of Wall
Yes,
Street.
yeah. Super cool dude. I don't know if that was really him, but I swear this was his doppelganger. Absolutely
It
looked
could
just
be.
like him.
I mean, you're in Anaheim. You're like,
Right,
you know.
and that's, when you're in Southern California, that could absolutely be a famous person just working the door at the home House of
Right.
Blues. You don't know. It
You're
could
good.
happen.
You have 18 minutes. You're good.
Okay. So, I walk up to these dudes and I'm like, hey guys, do I have to wait in line? I'm on the guest list. Like, I felt really cool saying that. And they're like, who are you on the guest list for? And I'm like, less than Jake. Roger put me on it. And he's like, oh, let me check. What's your name? And so I tell him my first name. And he's looking. He's like, Crystal what? And I tell him, and I look down, and there's a different
So
Crystal on
it's-
this guest list.
I mean, you didn't even give your full name, so you were already playing mind games.
How many crystals did less than Jake put on the guest list, you think?
I mean,
It's not the most common. It's not like a Jennifer or a Jessica.
We're in SoCal. It's not like we're in like Alpena, where
Fair
one
enough.
person has the town Tesla. Literally.
Sandy's flipping out that I keep strawbeing the story. So, this one's for you, Sandy. So when Jason and I tell stories and we talk to each other, Sandy loses her mind because we'll tell a story and then we sidetrack to another story and then we go back and then we'll sidetrack to this other story and it drives her crazy. This is what we do. This is how we tell stories. I'm an over-explainer. I'm going to tell you everything that happened. So I go talk to these guys. And they tell me I'm not on the list. And I'm like, do I need to text Roger right now? You need me to get out my phone and text him? I'll show you my Facebook messages. So they're like, hold on, let me go check. So my name is Earl guy goes inside to check, and I can't see him anymore. The other guy moves over and standing by the door, and I see him looking, and he's like doing this stuff, like, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no. And then he comes out, and he's like, all right, yeah, you're on the list. You need to go over there and talk to that guy. Which guy? That guy? Yeah, that guy right there. Okay, so I wander over to security, and I walk up, and I'm like, hey, and he cuts me off. I've got my little Dickies purse. The one you gave me, Sandy. Little Dickies purse. It's like this big. Fangirl Fridays. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. My purse is small. I just need to be able to put my phone, my money, basic stuff in there. It's a small little purse. And he's like, you can't bring that in with you. It's too big. And I'm like, what? And he shows me this paper that has a drawing on it that's like this big. You can bring your wallet in.
But I just met the bass player at the tour bus for exchange of goods.
Wait, I did.
Did you really?
I said, oh, damn,
Don't
I guess...
you know that I review food?
No, I said, damn, I guess I have to go back to the car. Before I go, can I ask you something? Are you the one I have to talk to? Because I'm on the guest list, and he sent me over here to talk to somebody.
No. And did you airdrop? They're like, what was that?
And he goes, oh, you're on the guest... Well, you might be able to bring that in since you're on the guest list. And I'm like, fuck yeah, it worked!
Well, that's a horse of a different color!
It absolutely
And then the world opened up, and then it was...
So he's like, well, did you show somebody your vaccination card? And I'm like, no, but I got it right here. And he's like, no, you need to go talk to those guys. And he tries to send me back to the first guys. And I'm like, no, I just talked to those guys and they sent me here. And he's like, oh, you need to go talk to the people at that table. And I'm like, those two girls at that table? And he's like, no, the girl and the guy at the table. And I walk over there and it was two girls at the table. I don't know why he called the one girl a guy. She was not very feminine, but he argued with me that was a guy. It was not a guy. It was two girls. So there's two girls, and I go and talk to them, and I'm like, guys, they're sending me in circles, and they sent me over here to talk to you to show you my vaccination card because I'm on the guest list and I need to get in. No, apparently these are the guest list people. So they look at the list and they're like, yeah, you're on the list. Hold on, we're gonna walk you over there. I'm not gonna send you in circles. So the one girl gets up and she walks me over there and she confidently walks right through that security checkpoint, and the guy just watches her walk by, and I'm like, am I supposed to go with her? And he's like, I don't know. And she turns around and she's like, oh, it's cool, I work here. She's on the guest list. And I'm like, do you still need to check my purse? So he checks my purse and I walk through.
Would you have a file folder in your purse? How did he check your purse? He went through all the files?
He did. He flipped through the things.
Oh,
yes, absolutely. So then I'm standing there and the girl mumbles something and takes off back to her table, and I'm just like,
just something bad.
I'm like, what? And nobody's saying anything, and I'm like, do I just wait here? And then there's this big old security dude, and he's like, she went to get you a wristband. And I'm like, oh, cool, thanks, good deal. And so she comes back, and she puts the wristband on way too damn tight, and she goes, I need to see your vaccination card, and I pull it out, and I show her, and she's like, all right, go on in and talk to me. And I'm like, whoa, talk to who? Because I still have no idea where I'm going, and I don't have a ticket. And so she tells me, go in and talk to the box office. I'm like, awesome, I got this. By the way, while I was standing out there, some girl walked by and said, I love your bangs! And that made me really happy.
Yeah.
Someone loved my bangs. Jason makes fun of them. I love my bangs. She loved my bangs. That made me happy. That's all. So I get inside. I go to the ticket booth. I tell them I'm on the list. I give her my ID. I finally have a ticket. I go inside.
Are you holding it over your head?
No, but I'm like, I'm on the guest list. I'm on the guest list. And they scan my ticket and they tell me to have a great night. And I go inside.
At this point, are you happy or are you still nervous? Or it's like game time?
Yes, I'm trying to push down all the nervousness, all the anxiety. Let's just do this. I'm going inside. Let's do this. So I get inside and it's still opening bands. I thought I was late enough. Doors opened at 6:30, or show started at 6:30.
How long did we say it took you to get down there?
I left a little bit after 4, and I got there just before 7. So it was 2.5 to 3 hours.
Okay, so we're all in California. We're all back on the road again.
Yes.
All right, so those are max pre-pandemic times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We're not jamming anywhere. We're right back to it.
Max. Okay.
Brittany says from the sound of it, I don't want to be on the list. Too much work. But look at the cool story I have. I was on the list, Brittany. I was on the list for Roger.
Where do you think that list is now? Recycled.
They threw it away. It was short. It was just this little paper with like blue and gray lines, and there weren't that many people on the list. Not gonna lie. So I get inside.
Well, hold on real quick. The list probably cost them money. Like, you and I can put anybody on the list, but I'm getting charged whatever per head at the end of the night for the list.
No, I don't think so.
You think he gets comped a few tickets, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody out there in a band? I think you get a few people, because he said, let me see what the guest list looks like for tomorrow when I talk to him Wednesday night.
Yeah, they probably have a guest list budget.
Yeah.
There's probably $100 budget.
Like, okay, your band gets 5 people in. Who's using these up? And, maybe they have friends and family out here. Probably not. They're from Florida.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's California. Yes, everybody knows somebody out in California.
Right.
Even if it's
but they're not from out here, so whatevs. So, oh, by the way, you guys, when I met him, the first thing he said to me was, "Oh, I looked at your picture when I was messaging you, and I remember you from that show in Chicago." And I was like,
Yep.
"Oh my god!"
I tried to swipe, but I guess Facebook doesn't do that. Facebook don't do that.
He remembered me, guys. So I get inside. Opening bands are playing. First band, chick band. They're called Lolo. Not really down for chick singers. She had this like plaid schoolgirl skirt, some fishnets, crop top, fishnet sleeves. I'm kind of like, yeah, not really my thing. But awesome energy. If you guys are into like chick bands and she was kind of angry poppy a little bit. Not like Taylor Swifty, but like angry. And they were actually pretty good. I got into it a little bit. She sang, if you guys remember from back in like probably late 90s, early 2000s, the song Teenage Dirtbag, dude, the audience lost their minds when she sang that song. So that was a good performance. They did really well. So I come in, they're on stage. House of Blues is like a big center area with like walkway around the outside, okay? So I get in on the left side. I need to be on the right side in the front, but I'm not going in a straight line. I know how to do this. So I get in on the left side and I'm kind of like working my way up, and then I'm towards the front. There's maybe like 5 to 7 people ahead of me on the left side. I'm like, no, I need to be over there. So she ends, people kind of thin out, go to get drinks and stuff, and I work my way over to the right side where I want to be. And I get up to 2 people ahead of me. This is fine. I would love to be right up front, but I'm not trying to shove people who've been here since doors open. Like, we're good. Everybody in front of me is about my height. I'm good. I can see. So the next band comes out. Oh my God. This guy looked like he needed a haircut. His hair was about my length, but then in the back he had this chunk of like the bottom of his hair that was like 6 inches longer, kind of like a grown out mullet. Is that, yeah, I don't know what the deal was. Brittany wants to know if the Chicago show was before Dan. No, Chicago, yes, Jason, was August 2018. I flew out to Chicago, went on a Friday night. Jason and I went to this little club to go see Roger's side band Rehasher. And then Saturday we went to like an all day, it was like a beer and concert, what was it called? What was it called, Jason? The 350 Fest or something like that?
Like Pumpkin Brew or something?
No, but it was like sponsored by beer, so we got VIP tickets.
It was sponsored by beer.
Yeah, we got VIP tickets and got to go in the tasting room and taste all these different beers. They were all disgusting, but we got a good buzz for free. So I get myself up there, this band comes out, and I'm just like, 360 Fest, thank you. The band comes out, and they're just kind of weird. Like, the singer looks like he's like 40. They were called Hot Mulligan. Anybody ever heard of them? The singer looks 40, and everybody else in the band looks about 19. So,
It smells good.
yes, it does. It's been smelling for a while. I love it. Grown out rat tail, almost, but it was like a lot. He had really thick, long hair, and it was a lot of his hair down. I don't know what he was doing with his hair. And he was like headbanging, like all of his hair, and then he'd come back up, and he was like cuzzing it, and it was just hanging all over his face because I'm sure he was sweaty, and it was... The music was not good. It was very screamy and whiny at the same time, and alternating.
Okay, right.
We're at second band now.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
2 of 4?
2 of 4. But I'm right up front because that's where I need to be.
Are you a merch early or a merch late?
Oh, I walked in and went straight to the merch booth. Oh, I skipped over that. Oh, sorry, Sandy. So I walked in and went straight to the merch booth, and I look at all the shirts, and I don't like any of the shirts, you guys. Plus, unfortunately, Less Than Jake always uses Gildan shirts, and I'm a shirt snob, so I didn't want any of their t-shirts, and I'm like, fuck, I got a free t-shirt. What do I do? And I'm like, hey, I'm Crystal, and Roger sent me over to talk to you about a free t-shirt. And he's like, oh, yeah, what do you want? I'm like, I want the hoodie, because I can see the hoodie is independent trading company brand, and it's like t-shirt material, like soft t-shirt material, and I know that brand, and I love that brand. I'm all about this. And he's like, oh, he said it was a free t-shirt. And I'm like, can I pay the difference? And he's like, oh yeah, totally. So I hand the dude $20 for my $50 sweatshirt, get my sweatshirt, try it on, cool, we're good to go. Then I go inside. So, back up to the front. This band sucks, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you like them.
Where's the sweatshirt? Around your waist?
Oh, I brought my way too big purse, and it's like t-shirt material, so I rolled it up into a little ball and shoved it in my purse because my purse hardly had anything in it. Yeah, that sweatshirt fit in my purse. It wasn't a big, thick sweatshirt. It's like a t-shirt material sweatshirt. Hello, Colin. We are about 8 minutes away from zucchini bread coming out of the oven. And hello to Rebecca. If you guys have just joined us, we're making zucchini bread, but we're waiting for it to finish baking. So while we do, I am telling you guys the story of the concert I went to last night. I went to go see Less Than Jake. So we are at the second opening band. We're almost ready for Less Than Jake.
And you're already merched up.
I have my sweatshirt.
Right.
I got the sweatshirt. So then I text Dan, and I'm like, hey, can you check if I have Anthem on vinyl? I don't think I do because they reissued it. I have a lot of vinyl and I don't always remember what I have. So I text him to check. He sends me a picture of like all my Less Than Jake vinyl all fanned out. I don't have it. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna grab that on the way out because I'm not trying to be up front carrying a record. Like, who does that? I saw people with records early and like, are you just standing in the back like rocking back and forth? What do you do? You're not rocking out for sure. So, oh my God, you guys, Less Than Jake comes out. And it's amazing. It's freaking amazing. So the people around me had to think I was crazy because the first two bands were on and I was just like, oh, I had my across the shoulder purse, so I'm just like holding it and just kind of, yeah, this is good, cool, good stuff. Less Than Jake came out and I lost my freaking mind, you guys. Lost my freaking mind. I'm screaming, I'm dancing, arms up in the air. The whole time I'm moving, I'm dancing. This is the best thing. I lose my mind at Less Than Jake shows. Nothing else matters. If you are around me, you better watch out because I am doing my damn thing.
Don't wear sandals. She'll actively seek you out.
Do not wear sandals. Do not be that girl that insists on being at the front and going,
Crystal,
because people are bumping into you. I will pull your damn hair.
Crystal will pull your hair.
I will. If I had gum, I'd stick it in people's hair. Don't be a sissy if you're gonna be at the front. If you're gonna be in the front, you're gonna get squished, you're gonna get pushed, you're gonna get mashed. Deal with it.
Look, she's not gonna. If you meet Crystal, she won't put gum in your hair. This is concert rules.
Yeah. Oh, concert rules are totally different.
This is concert rule, Crystal.
And I don't go to the back and start picking on people. If you want to go to the front of a show, it's a different story. You better be able to hang.
No sandals and skirts.
No sandals and skirts. No sissy little girly girls. I'm not here for it. No, absolutely not. If I had gum, I'd stick in people's hair.
Sometimes Crystal's like, and then that girl, she kept bucking on me, and then so I just stamped on her toes when I kept pushing around.
I have never stamped on toes. I have absolutely shoved the hell out of people.
You were pulled, you pulled and stomped.
I've pulled hair. The last show we went to, Rehasher, the girl next to me was, I don't know what her problem was, but she kept being like, and then she told me, you need to calm down. And I shoved her ass as hard as I could and then booked it further forward.
Was it Taylor Swift?
That's my feeling on it. No, but she was the sissiest girly girl and had the nerve up front to tell me I needed to calm down. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
All right, you 5 minutes. You gotta wrap
Christine
this up.
wants to know if I put butter or cream cheese or something on the zucchini bread. I do put butter on it. Yes, absolutely. Brittany's looking for a t-shirt, sweatshirt. Wants to know, does the t-shirt, sweatshirt count as the would you rather question where sweats only? No, absolutely not. That's sweatshirt, not sweatpants. Totally different.
5 minutes. 4 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay.
Seconds.
So, Less Than Jake is on. It's amazing. Oh my God, losing my mind. They played.
Did he Elvis at you at all?
Absolutely, you guys. So, I'm 3 people back. He comes over and he's got his bass and he comes over and he goes,
what did that mean?
like, everything's good? Yeah? Because when I got in there, I checked my phone and he had texted me, everything's good, I presume. And
what
I said,
if the girl behind you was like, or what if the person behind you was like,
was looking in my eyes.
I know, you and me.
Eyes.
Are you sure?
He was looking right at me, Dan.
And then what'd you do back?
I went like that. Yeah, I did.
Look at that smile.
And I jumped up and down the whole time and I sang along to every song and oh my God, you guys, they played some of my favorite songs. They played My Own Flag. They played Lie to Me, which is my favorite song off of their new album. They played Gainesville Rock City. Oh, they played all the good stuff. It was such an amazing show, you guys. So freaking amazing. I was pouring sweat, absolutely jumping up and down the whole time. I haven't been to a show in almost 2 years, you guys. It was so amazing. I so needed that. Couldn't even wear the mask that I wore last night. Not that I would have wanted to, because it was in public. That needs to be washed before it goes anywhere.
You guys have to wear masks during the whole show.
Masks were recommended, so you did not have to.
Right.
Not gonna lie, there were times when I had to be like, because we're hot and sweaty and jumping up and down. I needed some fresh air.
Okay, so
I had to.
Set ends, and then you have to file out, right? Because it's like too hot in there.
No. So many people, more people were there for Newfound Glory, for sure.
Absolutely.
Everybody was there for Newfound Glory. People were like, yeah, Less Than Jake's cool.
It's
but
hard to see a headlining band. I love it when bands I like don't headline.
Yes.
Because the pressure's off.
Yes, absolutely. Like, not that many people are pushing to the front. We are good.
They play the last song.
I cry a little.
Right.
And then I'm like, dude, I'm so hot and sweaty. I need the hell out of here. So I just do one of these things and just push through the crowd. Yeah, I'm polite. I say, excuse me, whatever. I push my way through and I go stand by the wall and I start texting Dan, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm so glad I came. And then this kid comes up and stands next to me. Did I tell you the part about this kid?
Were you at the back, out like in the
I'm
hallway?
I'm on the side.
Okay,
No.
but you're still in the main area.
Yeah, there's the middle main area with like the railing around it, and then there's like walkways on the side where people are standing.
Because if you leave like big theater doors, then you can go out into kind of like a more breathable area with like the
there's the
merch.
one door to the tiny the
merch,
lobby
and
area.
Upstairs maybe is like
and then there's the
place to
tiny
eat
like
dinner.
smoking patio, which I did
Right.
go out there just because it was so hot and I needed fresh air, and
Yes.
that's the only place
and
you
you're
can
like
go outside.
on like level floor, kind of like at the mall, at the outdoor,
Yes.
at the outdoor mall.
Yes. So I go and stand by the wall, and I'm texting Dan, and this kid comes up to me, and he's like pouring sweat. And he's like, "What's your favorite EP?" And I'm like, "What? What's your favorite EP?"
It reminds me of Wayne's World when those nerds come up to Wayne and girls like,
Right.
"Oh man, what's your favorite
Okay,
song?"
guys, this kid was on the wrong kind of drugs for a concert. He needed to be at a rave party. This kid was on something strong, no joke, because he kept just being like, "Is this real life? Is this real life?
He was having the best
Is
time of
this
his
real life?
He was having the best time of his life.
I'm from Moreno Valley, and just, is this real life?"
So he was rolling.
Oh, absolutely. This kid was on it, and so I let him.
When you say on it for the people out there, like maybe he had some ecstasy.
He was on happy drugs. He was for sure on the happy drugs. He wasn't like tweaked out or anything.
Yes.
He was having a really good time, but for some reason in talking to me, it was making him question reality. I'm not sure how or why. Don't know. Brittany said that Roger's thumbs up meant meet me backstage, baby. Damn it, I missed the sign.
He showed it to you. He's like, "That's it, right there," and you're like, "Yeah,"
And then you never showed up. You never showed up.
I didn't. I knew where the buses were and everything. So, Super Chat from Hilo the Husky says, "Never heard of them, but glad you had fun, friend." Thank you, I did. I really had such a good time.
So you go out there, you catch your breath, and you have choices because it's late. You
Yes.
have choices. Either
It's-
Newfound Glory
at this
or
point
hit
it's
the
like
freeway.
9:45.
Right.
Chris says, "I wrecked that poor kid's reality. He met an angel." Jason says, "This drawn out story is making Sandy question reality."
Oh,
Sorry, Sandy.
and we had to film.
You know how we do. Look, we've got 30 seconds left on the bread. I have told
had-
this story
we-
for 50 minutes.
we had to film.
This is where we... Or question marrying into this family. You knew what you were getting into? How are you going to feel if your son turns out this same way? A true strawby and just tells all these tangent stories. Gila says there was an earlier super chat, was there? Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I was getting all up in my story. Gila said, "Hi, everyone. Just got here to the party. LOL. Well, no worries. We are about to take the bread out of the oven. Theoretically, in 5 seconds. If it is done, we'll check on it and see. Thank you for pointing that out. Sorry that I missed that. Let's check the bread, and then I will wrap up the story. I think we are good. Can you get the yellow things out for me to put the bread over there?
1 or 2.
2. I think I only need one, but better safe than sorry. No, just one's fine. Alright, here is the bread out of the oven. Let's shut this off.
Can we not forget about these just in case we missed them? Because those
we
are
can
coming up
definitely
soon.
do that.
Just in case you have a talking. If
All
you
right.
need talking point.
I think we are good. Let me poke a knife in here just to make sure it is not gooey in the middle. All clean, we are good.
So
We're gonna let
now-
this cool for a little bit, then we'll pop it out and slice it.
This guy's starting to flip over. On his back. This guy's starting to flip over on his back here. Okay, go ahead.
Alright, so I let the guy have his moment and question reality
Did
and
you
all
talk?
of
Did you
that.
say anything? Did you give him his moment? Like, did you?
He said,
You're not like afraid or like, oh my gosh, get away from me.
"Oh, not at all, not at all." He's like, "Why are you here?" And I'm like, "To see Less Than Jake." "Really? Really? You're here to see Less Than Jake? But why are you here?" I needed some air. Like, I don't, I don't know where you're going with this, kid. Like,
I love it. But you know that he's rolling, so you gotta...
I've been to a lot of rave parties. I know how to deal with people on drugs, so I'm doing the best I can with this kid.
Yeah, you don't want to snap
And
him
finally,
out
I
of
just
it.
had to pat him on the shoulder and say, "Hey, man, it was good talking to you. I need to go find a bathroom and a drink." And he's like, "All right, have fun." And I booked it out of there as far as I could. So then I'm like doing the math. Tristan says, "You like dudes with dreads?" Roger does have dreadlocks. I don't know how I would feel about that in real life. I feel like they're stinky.
As long as they don't smell. As long as they don't smell.
He did damn the pandemic and give me a hug last night. He did not smell.
We have a few things that have to do. You have to wrap up your story at some point before we get out of here.
I'm
We have to
almost
check our Facebook page because a few people have posted things in the group. That's all.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thanks
we
for
will
trying to keep me on track.
We will get to all that, everybody. Like, we'll get to that.
Chris says to all the guys out there, find a girl that looks at you like Crystal looks at the bass player.
Yeah, look at that glow. Look at that glowy anime. Like, also, as long as the dreads don't stink, because you love the guy from Counting Crows, but
He shaved them all off.
But he should. Yeah, right now he looks like the bus driver.
No,
guy.
I don't love him like I love Roger. It's a different kind of love, Dan. It's different.
Sure.
And look, every time I go to the show, like I said in the beginning, Roger has the best energy on stage. So I love watching him to get hyped. You can agree with this, right? Like on stage, Buddy's great. Buddy's playing the horn and he's jumping around, but Roger's like the happiest to be there. Yes?
Right, and the lead singer is the lead singer. He's the lead singer. He's alright.
He sings well.
I tried to do dreads real quick, but I gotta make this all about me. And they gave me this like wax stuff to try to put in my hair, and my hair is too fine, and it won't dread.
No, I don't imagine
It won't dread. It won't dread. But I did try to dread my hair with no like research at all in the early 2000s.
Yeah, that was before me.
Yeah.
I never saw you with dreads.
It's impossible. For me.
Hila with another super chat. Thank you. Says I'm actually painting my husky.
Let's see
Awesome. Please post that in RFS family. I would love to see
Yes.
that.
Okay, so what happened? Why this is cooling off? Which you know what? Hold on, let me get this on camera here because
I tried, but your camera was not aiming right. All right, so I'm outside. I went out to the smoking patio. I had to get some fresh air. I was pouring sweat.
Right.
It felt so good.
MDMA kit says hi, goodbye.
Yes.
I know.
It was like 75 degrees down there. It was freaking amazing. It felt amazing. Hung out there for a while, and I'm like, oh, it's been enough time. I should probably go inside. So I go inside, and they've got, you know, like, if you've ever been to a concert, in between they play songs, right? Now, I'm already feeling old.
Just radios, like
Radio
it's
songs,
just
right?
like songs.
Okay, but I'm already feeling old because I feel like back in the day I knew all the songs, right? And there'd be like, Rudy, a message for you, Rudy, and some like the songs, right? You know all the songs. These kids were all singing along to these songs I had never heard in my life. I don't know what these songs were at all. No clue. So at this point, I'm just standing in the back. I don't need to be up front. You guys who want to see Newfound Glory, you do you. I push my way to the front for less than Jake. I just want to like enjoy being here. I'll hang out for a while.
By then, really though, it's like 10:30.
They went on stage at 10.
At 10? Okay, so it's late, and you are 2 hours away.
I stayed until 10:45. But let me tell you what happened. So they're playing the songs in between the bands, and all of a sudden, it like stops, and Backstreet's Back
All right,
comes on. You guys, this place collectively lost their damn minds. These children were singing at the top of their lungs. The whole building was shaking from a song playing on the radio by the Backstreet Boys. What? And I'm just looking around like, is this real life? Is this really happening right now? What? So, that had to have been intentional by Newfound Glory because it cut right after an all right, like mid-song, it cuts, and then like their stuff starts, whatever. So then Old Found Glory comes out and plays a bunch of cover songs.
Oh, come on, Crystal.
I stayed for, I want to say about 7 or 8
look
songs.
At all of, dude, you just flipped this around to heel.
3 of them were cover songs.
Which cover songs?
Oh, now you're gonna put me on the spot again. The Glory of Love, I believe. I wasn't quite sure if that was it.
No, it was the Karate Kid song. I am the man.
That's the Glory of Love, yeah?
For your honor.
Yeah, I do it all for the glory of love.
It's okay, you don't have to remember anymore, but it was like that.
Okay, so... Oh, and the rest of the set list was, I'm pretty sure I saw them play all those songs at 2001 Warped Tour. Not gonna lie. And then at one point he said...
Oh my gosh, it's their 2001 set.
Yes, and then after I said that, he said, now we're gonna take this back to 2000. And I'm like, where were we though? Because we were already doing the stuff from 2000, but whatever. So, whatever. Chris says, X-Kid meets Crystal. Is this real life? Crystal, here's Backstreet Boys. Is this real life? Yes, absolutely. I couldn't even, I don't know. Jeannie, before she goes, says, add pecans to your next zucchini bread. Add into or press into the top a teeny bit. Bye-bye, love you both lots. And your kitty love babies, all 5. Thank you so much.
I'm okay with that.
I do usually leave nuts out of bread because Blake has like mild allergy to the point where it's like uncomfortable and he doesn't want to eat them. So I do tend to leave nuts out of the bread.
But when you do put them in, they're good.
Absolutely.
Yes,
I like nuts in bread, but for the sake of, wanting my child to survive, I try to not do that.
So out you go?
So yeah, I hang out, they bust into Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh,
I just want you to know who I am.
No.
And
Oh no.
the whole
It's
place.
in my saw now. You gotta hold your arms out like City of Angels.
Nope,
when you're
it was
riding that
this.
Bike, like,
everybody's doing this, and I'm just like, that's my cue to leave. And I turn around and walk
Did you do
out.
it just like that?
No, I did not. It would have been a lot cooler if I did, but I did not.
You weren't like, who's with me?
No, people were into it, Dan.
Remember
the
last
arms
time
were
when
up.
MXPX was the lead of the rehasher?
Yes.
They were into it in a different way.
Another 2001 set list.
And it's that level of just that next level of stardom.
Yes.
Yes.
People went nuts. Let me tell you.
I bet.
Less Than Jake was begging for a
Good
pit.
Charlotte was around.
I did not go into the pit last night because I didn't want to lose my place up at the front. I was really excited. So I did not go into the Less Than Jake pit, but they were literally begging people for a pit. People lost their damn minds, and there was a huge circle pit. There was one, like, this kid was not even that tall, but I swear to you, he was pogoing up, like, a foot over everybody else. I don't know how the man jumped that high. I don't know, but people were going crazy. Yes, these kids knew who they were. And I know Newfound Glory. I rocked out to them at Warped Tour 20 years ago. Still playing the same songs. And cover songs, so I wasn't really that impressed. I had an amazing time.
Get your record, out you go.
I get my record, I head out to the car.
Are they already
at
packing
this point,
up?
it's like
is the booth already packing up? And
no, they're out there because there's still one last push. Everything's going to end, and everybody's going to come out and stand in line and get their shirts.
Right,
I was smart and went when bands were playing and nobody was there waiting in line. So get my vinyl record, head out to the car. I tried to validate parking. I couldn't figure out how to do that, so I had to pay for parking.
It's Anaheim.
You just put in your ticket number, and I couldn't put it. What number? There's numbers everywhere, and I entered every number, and it wouldn't.
You're in the land of like the.
Hilo the Husky was talking about the Goo Goo Dolls. Yes, these kids knew who they were. They just wanted them to know who they were.
Oh
yes.
my gosh! Good job.
Absolutely.
That's a good one. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I messed up your joke. But yeah.
Okay.
So then I dipped out. So
and
then I hop in the car to drive home.
Adrenaline high.
Absolutely. The on-ramp I need to get on is closed. I have no Wi-Fi data. Or no data, so it's
So did you get the
super slow. No, it's trying to like recalibrate and tell me where to go, and it's sending me through neighborhoods and circles and stuff, and then brought me right back to where I started and down the street, and there was the on-ramp. So I get on the freeway, and the whole time there's like these flashes in the sky, and I call Dan and I'm like, does Disneyland do fireworks at 11 o'clock at night?
Disneyland. Like you can look to when you get on the freeway.
I went down Disney Way.
Yeah, the Matterhorn's right there. You can see it in the sky.
Matterhorn.
Yes.
Not Manahorn.
Yes.
Matterhorn.
That was a different movie.
Totally different.
Yes, that's right there in the so you can see.
Hannah says I was on the list was the best part of the story. I was on the list, you guys. I got to tell them my name. I didn't have to wait in line with the plebes. I was on the list. Hey, I've been a plebe. I can say it.
Oh my god.
Well, they realized I miss concerts so much. Friend, I did not realize how much I missed concerts. Like, even when I walked in and the opening bands were playing, I was just like, oh, I missed this. I so missed this. And I know Dan is not about concerts. I learned last night I can go to a concert by myself. I don't even need you.
Good job. Way to upgrade.
I don't need you.
Crystal came home.
Wait. So I'm driving home and there's flashes and I'm asking Dan, like, they do fireworks for Disneyland at 11? I thought they were at 9, but whatever.
Probably not, but...
The whole way home there's flashes of light and I'm like, what the... We don't have weather out here, guys. So, apparently what I was seeing was lightning. And there was a huge lightning storm, like, everywhere. Big. It took me 2 hours to get home, big. And I drove the entire way. No rain. Not a drop of rain. Thank God, because the roads are a mess out here because we never get rain.
It was all out there.
Right. It turns to an oil slick when we get rain because we never get rain. But the lightning was amazing, like, all over the sky. And, it was such an amazing night, you guys. It was so amazing, and I was so happy.
She got home, she's like, I need a shower, I'm so wet. And I'm like, alright.
That's not what I said.
Because you were all sticky and all gross from running around.
I was very sticky and disgusting, and I needed to get in the shower. I did not go to bed until about 2 in the morning. I did message Roger before I went to bed, and I told him,
oh, good night, sweetie.
Thanks for the good time.
That moment.
Shut your mouth.
10 out of 10 would do it again?
Oh, absolutely.
Good job, yay.
A million times
I'm glad, because there was a point where you're like, I don't know if can I go? Can I make it? Does he have the cards I need? And you started pulling out your cards, and like, it was like a week-long process.
I was sad for a minute
when
he told me what he needed, and I didn't have anything he needed. And then I'm like, let me dig a little deeper.
Even though you have like almost every garbage.
I do, but I didn't want to give away any of my set.
Yes.
Like, I didn't want to part with my
because at that point,
set.
just buy a ticket.
Right. I can afford a ticket. It's all about, like, the bonding over the thing that we both like and stuff. So, yeah, I dug a little deeper and was like, how about vinyl figures? You know anything about these? Because these aren't in stores anymore, and I have Series 1, so I got them 3 Series 1 and 2 Series 2s. No, and he said, oh, my, OMG, those are so cute. So I messaged him last night, and he messaged me again this morning, or this afternoon when he woke up, because he's in a band. You know, he doesn't have to get up early like us normal people. And he messaged me and said, thanks again. He was going to make a post soon, and he thanked me for always being awesome. He said thank you for always being awesome because he remembered me.
Well, that's nice. So when he comes over for dinner soon, I'll show him how to run the boards.
Oh, you won't be
So
here.
when I fully get kicked out, he can make sure that the live streams happen.
Yeah. Can you?
Yeah, I'm glad you went because it was 50-50 because you talked about it and then you kind of let it drop. So I'm glad you did it.
Me too. I'm really glad I did it. I was super anxious and nervous, but best night I've had in a year and a half. Sorry, Dan. You guys are great, and I love spending Fridays and Saturdays with you and Tuesdays. But that was amazing. It was cathartic. It really
it felt good.
It was a release that I have not had in a really long time.
That's
just
good.
to get all that energy out and
That's
sing
good
along to all
because you
my
talked
favorite
about
songs.
maybe even never going out to a concert ever again.
I was
Off
not
you go.
sure if I was ever going to want to go to a concert, but I felt a little bit uncomfortable, but everybody around me had masks on except for the weird guy next to me that kept multiple times, like 4 times I looked over and he was on his phone watching the video he took of the girl band that played first.
Well, don't make you weird.
It was really weird.
All right, let's wrap up this story.
Hannah laughing at me for not knowing what lightning looked like. I've seen lightning, but just I didn't know what it looked like. Marco says lions and tigers and bears, oh my! A little bit. Angie says, I was on the list, Dan. I do food reviews. Okay, not sure that's what Dan said, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do, and I think it is exactly the same thing. So I'm glad you went. I'm glad you broke the any questions of if you would do a concert again. So.
I will do it again. I will do it by
good.
myself. I'm not afraid. Brittany with the OMG mind-blowing, amazing super chat telling me that I'm amazing. Friend, you are amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. You got me verklempt again, and I don't know what to say, but thank you. Brittany, you also made my day today when I saw you say that paint night has helped you to discover a new hobby. I love it. I love how many of you have gotten into painting, whether you tried it before or not. A lot of you are into painting now because of the paint nights we've been doing, and that makes me super happy.
Yes.
I love that. Thank you for painting along with us, and thank you for getting into it. Keep doing it. The more you do, the more you'll love it, the better you'll get.
Thank you, Brittany.
It's fun. Thank you so much, Brittany. Thank you. I love you. You're the best. And you're a great, like, what do I call her? Like a co-host, a backstage stagehand?
You know,
I don't know.
yeah.
You're always Johnny on the spot with the facts and
Can it be Brittany on the spot and not Johnny on the spot?
Yes.
Awesome, yeah. She probably could have got you on that tour bus if she was a rush. Good wingman.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what you were missing.
She says painting is her therapy now, and Wilton in real life says you got me into painting on canvas. That's awesome. That makes me super happy.
Wilton, oh my gosh, you have a talent.
Yeah, you
gosh.
have skyrocketed in my book.
Yeah, you were talking the other day about how good her paintings were. You were showing me.
I feel unable to finish my Kawaii Sweets picture because it's not going to be as good as
you can't
yours.
stop thinking about dreadlocks.
Shut your mouth. I need a moment alone. Hannah says, I painted again. Did you see my fall fox? I did. If you guys haven't seen it, go to RFS Family. That's awesome. Where did you get that? Is that just something you printed, like a free coloring page or something? Like, where can we find that? That was totally adorable, and I love it. Simple, great colors, great fall colors, amazing. It looks so good.
Thank you, Brittany.
Dawn says, my boyfriend gave me a pack of canvas for painting. I'm super excited for next paint night. Speaking of next paint night, I don't know which way that it goes, but we are painting a hibiscus flower. You guys Google hibiscus flower and look at how many different colors they come in. The sample painting is in pink. I am not doing pink.
Mine's gonna be space. Mine's gonna look like space.
You better try that ahead of time.
No, it's gonna look like space came out of there.
Okay, so that is going to be next Saturday, the 18th. Tomorrow, Saturday, we are doing play along at home.
Oh, Dantix.
Dantix.
Is it
Disney themed play along at home in the chat?
Wait, you're telling me tomorrow's Disney theme night?
Tomorrow's Disney theme night.
Really?
Yeah.
So everything's gonna be Disney?
Everything.
Are you sure that's this week?
That's the 11th, right? Today's the 10th?
So tomorrow I get to like act out all kinds of Disney stuff?
Yeah.
No way,
yeah,
really?
you guys get to suggest Disney
I thought that was like in 2
scenes
weeks.
for me to color him in, draw him in. Yeah, absolutely. Hannah says, yes, I Googled fall coloring pages and posted a blank picture in the comments of it. Awesome. Awesome. Is there a bug?
No, I'm looking at the dang calendar.
Oh.
Like the weather girl. Like I'm looking at the calendar for reals. There's no bug. Crystal ran out of the bathroom today because there was a moth.
No, let me tell you this story.
She ran out like, ah! And I'm sleeping in my bed.
I know tonight has been stories with Crystal, but I've got a lot of them, you guys. So this morning I'm getting ready, and again, I went to bed at like 2 in the morning. I did tell work I'm gonna be a little late, so I set my alarm an hour later. I got
You
myself
didn't
an
tell
extra
me
hour
though,
of
where
sleep.
I'm like, wake up, and you're like,
You
like,
fell
still
asleep
up.
before I got to tell you. So I changed my alarm from 6:45 to 7:45, but I didn't tell Dan, so he tried to wake me up, and he's like, your alarms aren't going off. You have to get up. And I'm like, no, I have an extra hour. Leave me alone. So I get up, and I'm still kind of zombie, and I go shower, and I have to go to the other side of the house to shower, and I come back over here because we can get ready in our bathroom. We just can't shower in there yet.
Well, we kind of can shower in the bathroom.
We'll get to that. So I have like this, it's like pottery that a family friend made for me, that I keep like my hairbrushes and my headbands and stuff in, like standing up, and the handles are down. And so I reach in to grab my comb, and I feel something on my hand, and I must have just kind of done this with my comb, because I couldn't find my comb after this. And a moth flew out, you guys, like a huge ass moth, and it was on my finger. I could feel it. Like, you know when you touch something gross and you can still feel it on your hand? I could still feel it.
That's the only
And
time you turn into a different human.
I do. Look, flying bugs do not.
That's when you
work
turn
for me.
into the this
I
sounds
turn into
bad.
a sissy
You
girl.
turn into a girl.
I turn into a
Hands
sissy girl.
up.
So poor
What'd you get
Dan.
from your mom?
Poor Dan was up late waiting for me, way past his bedtime. You probably laid down about 1:30 or so.
I can handle it, but I was sleeping like
You were
6
asleep.
inches away.
Right, so most mornings Dan will kind of wake up around the time I do. He's either up doing things or he's laying in bed on his phone, awake. He was not. He was asleep in bed. I fling the bathroom door open and I'm like, there's a moth! And I went running out. Like, you need to save me. Dan hops up out of bed and he's like, like trying to catch it. Eyes not even open. The moth flies out. Rizzo jumps to the rescue. Rizzo's flying through the air.
Rizzo's trying to box it out.
She's ready. And she's not even a bug hunter usually, but she's jumping up trying to get it.
And I am too. You shut yourself in the bathroom, and I kept grabbing the moth, and it kept coming out of here, and it kept flying. It was big, and it's moth season. Our Ring doorbell kept going off thing out front, and I looked to see like, why is it going off? And Kumiko's out in the front yard jumping,
prancing around the same way.
out at the moth. Yeah,
Yes,
so
yes.
I caught it and took it outside, but. You were like...
I can't deal with flying bugs. They always come right for me.
Rizzo, though, she was jumping and whacking at it like cute cat style.
It was adorable.
Oh, that was pretty
Hilo the
funny.
Husky with a super chat. Thank you so much, friend. Says, I will continue with my husky painting since I already painted hibiscus.
Yes.
Sounds good. Look, join us for art night. I don't care what you paint. Just join us. Let's be creative. Let's have fun. It's good times.
So we have a Choose Your Own Adventure happening right now.
Okay.
We either do something with this.
Let's do this.
Or soon you need to get to, please, if you could, of the stuff that gets approved for the group of people that have also baked along with
yes,
us.
I did tell Hannah I would do that. Let me do that.
I can turn it back to this camera so you can see Mooch is sitting there waiting. Maybe he'll have his turn soon.
Oh my god, it's been a busy night. I have 11 notifications. Let's see what I need to approve.
Yeah, way to...
Oh, Got Her Sticker Sam said she cut her zucchinis off the plant. You, like, grew these?
Wait, do they come off a tree? Or?
She was wanting to know which one to
That's right.
use.
I was trying to... I made some joke about the bottom one because it was bigger, but I don't know if it sent or not. It
I
like
don't
wasn't
think
working.
it did. Yeah, she asked which one to use, and I'm like, which one's gonna get you a cup and a half of zucchini? I don't know. I don't know which one. Sam, are you here? Did you bake with us? I don't know.
I can't grow stuff. I don't have that attention.
Dawn made oatmeal muffins because she didn't get her zucchini in time. Here is Dawn's bread disguised as oatmeal muffins. Those look delicious.
I'm in, Dawn. Good job.
You know me, I love glaze. I will put a little bit of glaze on the top of
I
those.
feel like the same kind of like style plate there.
Sorta, yeah, huh?
Those look really good. I'll come over and eat those.
Oh, yes, let me approve this. So, okay, approve.
And then you go into the group, is that what
Approve,
happens?
And then I figured this out now. Then I go into the group.
And then you can make them bigger.
Yes. Okay, so Dawn's oatmeal muffins.
Those look good.
Those look really good.
I'm in. But yeah, if you want to spruce them up, you can put that topping on. What do you do for that topping? It's like
just
it's like sugar and water?
powdered sugar and milk.
And milk.
Yeah, just enough to make it the consistency that you want, and then just glaze it across the top.
And it really does, even visually, just to make it look like legit.
Yes, absolutely. Levels it up a little bit. A lot of bread is really dry. I don't know if your muffins are. I'm not judging your muffs, but if it's too dry,
let me see. They're gonna be because they're muffs. It's like the inside's gonna have to like
because
cook.
they're oatmeal makes me think that they're gonna be a little dry. So if they're dry, make a little glaze.
I would make the glaze because those are gonna end up like in like a couple days. They're gonna end up drying out a little bit more.
Yes, and
that looks really good.
Hannah's zucchini bread looks perfect, and she said it tastes so good. Awesome, thank you. Sam is here. Sam said I'm going to try to make it tomorrow, and I did grow the zucchini myself. I'm impressed. I've never grown anything that I've eten, so I'm very
I don't
impressed.
have the patience.
Let
I
me-
grew them
I
at the
need to check
register when I was so lucky that when I got them, there was nobody in line. I got in line real quick.
That's not the same as growing. Sorry, I was just making sure I didn't have anything else to approve. Cyber Husky says, I pulled the girly card this morning and asked hubby to relocate the spider that was in the bathtub so I could shower. He took his shirt, collected the spider, and set it outside. My hero.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't do spiders.
I relocate everything.
Dan doesn't like to kill the bugs, so he will always take them outside.
I'll relocate 100% of those.
Always.
I don't care what it is. I feel
All
like
right.
they're all like the white rabbit. Like I'm late every time I take the bug
Yes.
outside because I know it's got stuff to do.
It's got somewhere to be,
yeah,
for sure.
someone's got to cook dinner tonight
For
it.
sure.
It ain't gonna
Okay,
be it.
so I use the nonstick spray, which so far has been absolutely amazing
Yeah.
at getting stuff out of the pan.
Crystal, I used it on a little bit of foil to do pizza rolls, and they just came out.
They just like slid right
Yep.
off like it was a water
Yep,
slide, huh?
they came out, yeah.
Jeff says it's bee season out there. They're all looking for places to hibernate. We don't really have bees.
Jess took like a shed from one end of like the mitten to the other, and there was bees in the trailer. And when she got home, there was more bees there.
Was there a trail of bees flying out behind her the whole way?
And
Watch out for that bee trailer!
The news is like 2 hours and everybody. There's all across all across all of Michigan, everybody's running around.
Yes.
Being, ah!
Brittany pointing out, yes, powdered sugar and any liquid to make the glaze. She says she used lemon juice for white cake for the glaze. Yeah, you can use any liquid. I think when we did the glaze last week, we added a little bit of the cherry juice to it. Whatever complements whatever you're doing. So if you want to add like vanilla or some sort of extract or whatever sort of juice, just a not water. Don't add water, but some sort of liquid to the powdered sugar, get it to the consistency that you want. Whether you want it really watery, you add more liquid, or less watery, you add more powdered sugar, and you can just play back and forth till it gets to where you want it to be.
This is just done.
Dawn says, thank you guys, my boyfriend Dan and I are eating them now. Your boyfriend's name is Dan, my boyfriend's name is Dan. Oh my god, twinsies.
Oh, it's no. Yes. More Dan's the better. And like I said, when Facebook first came out, I tried to start like a Dan Mosley page, and I found everybody named Dan Mosley.
You should try it again.
And I friended everybody on Facebook named Dan Mosley in like 2009, and not one person came to the Dan Mosley
But
group.
see, back in 2009, like all the things that we did on the internet were still kind of weird to people.
You know what I have to
should
say
try
to
it
that?
again.
Screw you, Dan Mosley.
That's what I say every day.
Take that. Take that.
Apparently, Will in real life's husband has a twin brother. That's so weird to me. I don't know how it would feel if you had a twin brother, but his twin brother's name is Dan. Don's brother's name is Dan.
I like it.
Is it Daniel and Daniel? Because that would be funny.
They had to have swapped.
I know that Don is not short for Daniel, but it would be funnier if it was.
Dan is greater. Okay, so the alligator eats the better one or the bigger one? So the alligator's eating me.
The
So
bigger
Dan
is
is better
better.
than Roger. Thanks, Chris. I ripped on Chris all night about his belt
And he
and
says
his
that you're
belt
better
holes,
than
and
Roger.
I'm still better than. Thanks, dude. Thanks. I didn't even get to the
I
hard
do love you
nipples
better
and
than
the pics.
Roger. But I just fangirl. Look, you fangirl over Allie, so we have our fangirl
Aw.
moments.
Look at Crystal. Okay, that's all. Dan, everybody. Okay,
I don't know what I did that made PJ say Crystal, everybody, Crystal, but yeah, you're catching on over here.
So this is done.
This is done.
Okay,
this is
so
ready to eat.
Let's say you and I have a bakery. How do I make this more visually pleasing to everybody? Are you sure we're not glazing stuff on it?
I don't want to glaze on it.
I-
I think it's got, with the brown
know-
sugar, with the cinnamon, and the zucchini,
So
I
the
think it's got good enough
It's
flavor
gonna
without
taste
it.
for itself.
Yes.
Which I've had this before, so obviously I know the answer.
If you've watched me before, you know, I don't like the ends of things. So I always cut it.
Also, Crystal, if you're a members first, which I guess I'll release the vlog on
you're a
Sunday.
members first?
Members first, RFS member. You did make this in the vlog.
I did, yes. If you guys watched the last video, you did see me do this exact same thing where I
Yes.
always cut one end off and then I eat the next slice. 'Cause
Brittany-
I don't want the end.
Brittany said we didn't say how you made it, so that's what this is, but we did make it.
Yes,
But-
you can see it there. It was a sneak preview. Oh, Bradley says, Auntie Crystal, eat. Bradley, this is for you. Let's do this.
Hold on, I'm coming in. This looks great. And can we see how, like, it's not just like chunks of zucchini?
It is a little bit, but they are soft. So you can see bits. There are definitely bits.
Right.
And not gonna lie, somebody who I will not mention, the wife of somebody that I know, made zucchini bread, and he brought it and we tried it, and I had to spit it out because it tasted like grass.
But I ate it.
I swear it tasted like lawn
I
clippings.
ate it, and it was a tiny bit lawn clippings, but I liked it.
No. There was another batch after that.
Oh, I didn't know about
And
that.
I told my mom, I'm like, you have to try this. And she's like, why? I'm like, no, just try it. And she tried it, and she's like, it tastes like grass, huh? She's like, why would you make me eat that?
Bradley
It did.
says, less talking, more eating.
Less talking, more eating. Let's do this. Bradley, I'm gonna eat.
You want
It's breakfast food.
Sideways eat cam.
That's so good, warm.
That looks good.
Does Bradley want Uncle Dan to eat too?
No. He wants me to hold the cam so 2 of you can eat.
So, Jason sent me a video earlier today. Bradley was so excited because I was going to eat breakfast tonight, and he thought I was going to make apple juice. I'm sorry, little buddy, I did not make apple juice.
Will you
I
make
made
him apple
zucchini
juice
bread.
when you go out there?
I don't know how to make apple
Hey,
juice.
just get a jug and pour it.
I'll make him lemonade.
But you'll be out there like in a month.
I will be. I'm going to have to count how many Fridays it is so he knows how many episodes he can watch of me before one Friday, instead of watching me, buddy, you're going to come to the airport and pick me up. And it's going to be fun.
Not for Jason. That's not a good drive.
No.
Sorry, dude.
These are really good. It'd be better with butter. Butter makes everything better.
Also, does Dan like it and does Mooch like it? I don't want to okay.
We always eat on camera.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
It reminds me of Christmas. I don't know why. It was like Christmas.
And that's what I
baking.
said, like holiday, because it's got the cinnamon and the brown sugar. It gives you that kind of like holiday flavory kind of feeling.
It's hard on the outside of the crunch, and then it's
got a little
I don't
crispiness,
know,
yeah.
It's good. It's holiday good. And it's nice and warm. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay, so if you could just set a piece here, let's see if he'll
I was gonna whistle for him.
Let's see if he'll automatically wake up, and if not, then you can whistle.
He's not gonna automatically
Or either
wake
way.
up. It's not close enough for him to wake up.
We whip it around.
Hi! There you are!
Aww.
Mooch approves.
Mooch doesn't need to wake up fully to eat. He'll eat.
No, no, he will put the food in his mouth and sort it out later. Damn! You ate like 3/4 of that.
So good.
Ursula just joined us, just woke up.
Hello.
It's 5 a.m. Oh my gosh, it's early. Thank you for joining us. Chris wants to know if it catches.
We can.
Is Bradley happy now that I ate on camera? That's all he wanted today.
Okay. Try to like, if you get, I'm gonna lose it in the lights, but when it comes back down, I'll try to get it. Oh, I thought I had it.
You did. It bounced out of your mouth.
It was in there.
Did
Like
you taste it?
My tongue did, and then it like
Did
rejected.
you spit it back out?
Well, heck.
I'm convinced the problem is not with the food. I'm convinced the problem is you can't catch.
It was literally all the way to my mouth. I mouthed
Okay,
wrong.
let's give it one more shot.
No, don't waste it. Okay. Oh.
You got this, Dan.
Okay.
You got this. Are you on camera?
I know.
Oh, again!
It goes. There's lights. It goes away, and then the shadow comes in, and I can't.
I feel like it
screw
still hit your mouth again. Nope, sorry.
I'm really done.
It is. Did you eat the other floor piece?
No, I ate the other this
You
piece.
snuck the other
No,
piece?
I threw it away.
Alright, what happened here? I missed like all the chat while I was yapping. Thank you guys so much for like listening to my fangirl story. It was
Oh,
really
I'm glad you had
exciting.
so much fun because it's been like.
I'm glad I had people that I could tell my story from like beginning to end.
It's been rough, like obviously the last, pandemic year and stuff. And it's been really rough to be a Californian, and I know everybody's state has their own like problems and stuff. It's hard to be a Californian right now.
What's uniquely hard about California?
Like, things aren't the best here. We're in the middle of a recall election. We're in the middle of
Right,
like all
okay.
this
I
weird
see where you're
stuff.
going with that.
Some people are getting paid to do things and not things for shots, and it's just I don't want to get into it. It's just It's just very like every commercial here is very like not fun to be in California. Like it's hard. So I'm glad you were able to like get out and go do something like I don't know normal. Because I really didn't know. We talked about it before. I did not really know if you would ever go to a concert again.
I was not sure, and then
I was not know.
Look,
Right.
how could I not when like.
Right.
My favorite musician ever wanted to like meet with me so I could give him things that I have so he could give me things.
Also, you very much came out of your OCD comfort zone.
Very much. It was hard.
Right.
I kept
So,
thinking that too. Like,
I'm
I'm
proud
just
of you.
doing
I'm
this.
proud
I'm
of you
like
about that.
outside. It was
But-
so far outside of my comfort zone.
But
Absolutely.
I feel like this is the first thing you've done that's been, we'll call it normal.
Yes.
Just normal.
Yes, absolutely. And it was really exciting and I loved it. Dawn is happy to say she knows someone who was on the guest list. I was. My name was there.
Use it to get into the front of any line. Like, I know someone who was on the guest list.
I was on the guest list for Less Than Jake this one time at the House of Blues. Do you know who I am? Do you even know who I am? Melshane wants to know, which alley did you fanboy over?
Which one of the three? It was Allie Speed. I like Allie Speed. I still follow her on Twitch and stuff like that. But I liked her. I thought she was a lot of fun. She was cool. And also, like, when you go to, like, VidCon and Vid Summit, there's a lot of people, like, every year I try to pick someone to go find and meet, just to, like, I don't know, try to have that experience, because, like, I was like, oh, this is fun. So I was like, that'll be you, and then I did, and then she was cool.
Nice.
And then the end.
Then the end.
And then the end.
Doris says, your story rocked, Crystal. You made me jealous. I still haven't been back to a real concert, patiently waiting for my band to tour. And that's what it was. Like, it was Less Than Jake. Like, we're not getting any younger people. We are old, so we gotta do
How do they
thing.
sound?
Perfect.
So they're not going to give up anytime soon?
No, I don't think so.
You know, Hannah says, like, did you ask for the list? Do you own any of the set lists from, like, other times we've won? Maybe?
Okay, so last night I did not. So there was 2 set lists, because there's 2 singers, and there was one on either side of the stage, and Roger went and peeled them up, and I was trying, I, like, lunged forward and tried, but look, I got my moment. Like, it's fine. When we were in Chicago,
There was
we saw
someone
them at
there
Reggie's.
with bangs that went further back.
Shut your mouth.
Like ocean spray.
When I saw Rehasher at Reggie's in Chicago, I was right up front, like, no joke, spit and or sweat was flinging on
And that
me.
one is actually on YouTube. Oh my gosh, you can see Crystal in HD.
Yes.
in
If
the
you
front
look
row.
for Rehasher at Reggie's on YouTube, you can see me at the concert losing my damn mind.
Just in case you guys don't have YouTube, even though you're watching on YouTube, let me reenact it for you. Woo! Pop! Boom! Boom! Swoosh!
That is not
And
what
then
happened. Get out of here.
Dan, everybody.
So at Reggie's in Chicago, I was right up front, and when they finished and he went to peel the set list up, I said, hey Roger, can I have a set list? And he leaned over and handed it
Right.
to me.
How can you say no? Because you can just go in the back and hit Control Print.
Right, like, who cares?
That one's more. That one's more.
Hannah
important,
says, no,
probably.
I meant the list. No, because that was on the outside with, like, the other people that, like,
That belonged
have
to the House of
power.
Blues,
Yeah, that was
which,
not,
if
I
you-
wasn't on those people's
If
list.
you've never
They
been
don't
to a
care.
House of Blues, it's a glorified Chili's Outback. Like, you can still go
Pretty
have
much.
dinner there and see
much.
mainstream concerts.
But I have lots of souvenirs. I did
do.
have to get rid of it at some point, but Jason, I don't know if you're still here, and if you remember, you were there. We went to a Less Than Jake show once, and I don't remember if it was Roger, but somebody threw out a water bottle, and do you remember Jason just went and caught the water bottle? He's
Not
like,
until
"Here
you
go."
just said it now.
Yeah, he just
Not
reached
until
up
you
and
just said
snatched it out. It was like perfect, like bam, bam. And he handed me the water bottle. I'm like, oh my god, I got someone from Less Than Jake's water bottle. At this point, I don't remember whose it was.
You have stuff
But,
with
like,
it. Like there's a pick. There's an orange pick.
That pick I did get from a real show. Like,
there's an orange
from
pick there on
that,
your birthday show. That
yes,
was your birthday show.
I went for my birthday, and somebody else got the pick, but because it was my birthday, they gave it to me.
Yes.
So I didn't get it
but
like
you were
from
like
him.
right
but
there in the front. Like
yes.
it was right there.
Yeah, it wasn't like I went and hunted somebody down later. Like
Um,
they were like, "Oh, it's your birthday, you can have this."
Yeah. So you've gotten a lot of. Good,
I have,
You've gotten a lot.
and I
of
have
good
lots
stuff.
of like souvenirs that I've purchased. And
I mean,
stuff,
over
like,
20 years of seeing the same band.
yes, 25 years I've been into them. I think the first time I saw them, I was maybe like 17 or 18. I think it was a
Okay.
few years of being into them
Right.
before I actually went and saw them. When I went to Warped Tour, that's when I first started
Right.
seeing them.
Right. Right.
Amanda says that Less Than Jake was here in Arizona on our anniversary. Yes, they're looping around. I tried to get Jason to go see him in Chicago next Saturday. They're going to be out there, but he's actually officiating a wedding that day. So, I mean, I guess you can't really skip out on that. Whichever. Tristan says, I actually walked Black Rainbow back to the tour bus. I don't know who Black Rainbow is. He was drunk and lost. Did not go in, though. Ursula says, it's so nice to get a morning greeting, including Crystal and you. Well, it's nice that you are starting your day with us, and we do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Dan has left me high and dry, and I don't know where he went. So if you guys didn't see it last week, my bestie sent me some cookie cutters that we are going to have to use at some point. We're going to have to make sugar cookies again, and let's see. Oh, I did it. I hit the right button, guys. She got me cookie cutters that say, kindly fuck off. I hope you choke. stop talking and please go die, because she
Leave that one
knows
there.
me well.
Crystal, does that just press in a little bit? We're not actually cutting it out, but maybe we're making an imprint of some of it?
Yes, this
Because
will all
I'm
be
concerned,
an imprint.
Okay, because I'm concerned about it
This
actually being cut
cuts,
out. Right.
and then these are actually little hearts, so it'll push little hearts
so
into
just
it.
kind of press it in.
There's
Okay.
a picture. Somebody tagged me in a photo of these before she bought them for me. I can't find the photo. Like, you guys post so much awesome stuff in the group that the photo got lost and I could not find it for the life of me. I tried so hard. But there's a photo online that shows you what the cookies actually look like. Hilo the Husky wants to know what kind of music is less than Jake. Okay, so it's ska. If you don't know what ska is, it's kind of like poppy punk. Not like the angry screaming punk, but like poppy punk with horns. Like, go check it out. There's so many ways to watch music these days. Go check it out. I wish I could pull up my phone and play a bit of the show last night for you guys, but, you know, we can't do that. So,
Just Google it.
Google it. Go on YouTube. You can watch live shows. You can watch... They have videos. Some of their videos are... They're not real big on videos. There's some videos.
Was this on the floor?
Yes. I think so.
May I have a little bit more of that?
Yes, absolutely. Everybody loves the cookie cutters. Amanda says, oh my goodness, those are amazing. Aren't they? Like, come on. And whoever tagged me in it, and I apologize if you're here, I don't remember who it was who tagged me in it because it was a while ago. The conversation then got started that, like, I needed these for my Christmas baking, and absolutely, because that's about how I feel after baking all the things that I bake, and I am done. These will definitely get some good use.
Thank you. I can't wait until we make the, like, I know we're gonna make sugar cookies at Christmas time. I can't wait for that, like, to make the cookies and
Yes.
stuff. That's gonna be a long one because I want them to cool. I want to draw on them, or we draw on them the next day. I don't know.
Yes, well,
But
no, you can do
that's
it the same night.
yeah,
You just have
that's
to
gonna be
cool.
so much fun.
Hilo the Husky says, I know ska. I had a boyfriend in a ska band in '93. I never
Yeah.
had a boyfriend in a ska band. I
You
never had a
could.
boyfriend in a band.
You could have last night.
I was really close. I'm not 100% sure he's divorced, but, you know, I'm just saying. If Dan ever goes anywhere, I might fly to Florida. Just saying. That's all. So you approve of zucchini bread?
So good.
What is your verdict? Is it breakfast? Because Dan does not like any sort of like typical breakfast food. You
I
don't like you go
I'm
back
not
and
a
forth
fan
on
of
eggs.
sweet- I'm not a
you
fan of
don't
sweet
want
stuff.
sweet anything for breakfast.
I-
Anything that I make that's a breakfasty thing, you always eat it later in the day.
I'll have pancakes and stuff, but like, could there be like eggs or sausage or like a hamburger?
Right. So
Um,
would you eat this for breakfast?
Yeah, it's good. It's anytime. This is bread. So yeah, I would have that with like a drink, a complimentary drink. Or like,
complimentary drink.
or like tomorrow I'll get up in the morning and I'll be like lazy, like I don't want to make anything, and I'll see it there and then I'll eat it. You know, it's good. It's anytime. It's not sugary. I like that.
Yes.
And I like the two different textures. That makes me happy.
Yeah, it gets a little crispy on the outside, but not in a crunchy, gross way. Hannah wants to know what size my plugs are. They are 9/16 of an inch or 14 millimeters. That's the only time I know anything in millimeters because I have to shop for plugs.
This one's got like a cupcake crystal on it.
Oh, you're going to show these off?
Yeah, you really
I
can.
bought these specifically for the baking show and have not stopped wearing them since because they actually don't irritate my ears at all. Oh, it's really weird that you're just looking up close at my face and ears. Could you not?
But it's not like a cupcake or
It's a
something.
cupcake with a skull. Cyber Husky says, check out Bakerology. They have some neat cookie cutters, including some anatomically correct ones. Hubby got me some for our anniversary in April. I will check that out.
I would love to
absolutely.
make a custom one. We got a 3D printer in the other room. I would love to make a custom.
The problem
cookie
is,
cutter.
it has to be like, oh, I don't know. You know what? Let's have Blake look into it.
I just want a shape of me.
Okay, we can
And then-
probably do that.
Yep, you can.
I think Blake knows how to create 3D files, the
Dan
3D
does.
printing files. Do you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Dan does.
Well, even
what about,
better.
What about the OG Blake?
Oh yeah, that
Dan's
guy.
the OG Blake.
Chris and Amanda are gonna get AJ to bed. Good night, AJ. Thank you guys for watching. I think we're gonna wrap this up here soon, so I don't know if we'll be here when you get back. But thank you guys, as always, for supporting us, for watching, for being you and hanging out. You guys are awesome. My Life's Wicked Adventure. You put that over the screen. I can't read. Says need Dan to make toasted cakes. Are you gonna make toasted
We
cake?
can try soon.
You're gonna have to come up with a recipe.
It's toast cake. Yeah. We can do that.
Hannah says, I'm up to 6 right now, have 4 on order. I'm assuming you're talking about the size of the plugs. Okay. My thing with plugs is I get weirded out when it goes bigger, like when it stretches out your ear shape. Like mine still follows ear shape. When they get so big and it's like pushing it out, ooh, that weirds me out so much.
When it looks like DirecTV.
Yes, but do you want to know how I stretch my ears? This was back, like, before the internet was a thing, like, back in the late 90s. I used a Sharpie marker and just, like, put a bunch of ear cleaner on it and, like, shoved it through to stretch out my ears. It's a bad idea. I didn't know, like, you could get stretching posts and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, there was no
I
way
had
to,
no
like,
idea.
look that up, really.
No, and you'd go to the mall and just be like, I don't know, I want that size now. Let me shove something bigger in my ear hole.
I did that.
I don't know.
I did that too.
Absolutely.
I did that too with all my piercings. Just shove, pop. You'd hear the pop, and then, yeah, I'm in. This hurts.
BRM Bug, something happened and there was some lag going on. It says they're still 13 minutes behind just getting to Crystal discarding the bread butt.
Oh my gosh.
And you won't hear me say this for 13 minutes.
Oh, I know, right?
Well, in real life says mine are size 0 and I'm not going any bigger. Yeah, I feel like at some point everybody, like, you reach a size where you're like, this is good and I'm done. And I'm glad that I have the stretched ears. Like, I feel like it fits my aesthetic well.
But you're not trying to do it again.
I'm not trying to go bigger. I'm not trying to do any of that.
Also,
Hannah used tapers to stretch hers. Hers should close nicely if she ever wanted them to. I don't think mine will.
No, at some point, all the fun designs go away.
Yes, once you get big, you're just like chunks of wood in your ear or something like that.
Right,
Yeah.
it is.
Yes.
It is. It looks
You're
like
just
my
putting like a
spoon.
plate in there. Like, I don't know.
Hey man, we gotta stop by Home Goods. I need a new gauge. You gotta get one of those bowls.
Yes. Marco says if he gets back early from his ride tomorrow, he's crashing. Not on his ride, but he's crashing.
Tomorrow's not the week to crash because I gotta sit in front of a green screen and draw Disney. Shoot. I don't care. Crash. I don't care.
We have to hang out with Marco at some point.
Come crash, but you're gonna have to draw. You're gonna have to be in the scenes while I draw Disney or Crystal draws Disney stuff.
Yes, I will put you in a Disney scene, Marco.
I
will do
I
it.
forgot that it was Disney night, everybody. So I think I'm gonna just keep forgetting and just see what comes out my mouth.
All right. Well, you guys better come with some scenes that I can draw him in. That we had a lot of fun last night. If you guys missed it, Dan's in front of a green screen and we've got a whiteboard and I draw him in all kinds of scenes. He ended up in a bathtub last time. At the end,
Weird. No
so-
one's ever apparently seen me in a bathtub before.
Marco says he's crashing with a loud bike. Oh, you're gonna be that guy, and I'm gonna be in here going, I hate
How-
that guy, and then
How are we gonna know it's you?
right, you're gonna be just one of those other guys.
I know, right?
All right, it is 8 o'clock, and are we? Nope. Okay, good deal. It's 8 o'clock. We're gonna wrap this up. I am exhausted. I don't know how I made it this long. The excitement of telling my story just got me through the night. So
Yeah.
thank you guys for allowing me to tell that story and for sitting through me watching that. Thank you everybody, especially our friend Brittany for super chatting and supporting the show.
Thank
It does
you,
help us to
everybody.
grow, helps us keep going, helps me to buy ingredients like zucchini and not cucumber for the things we make.
I'll
So
clean the
thank
kitchen.
you.
You can go crash.
I am so ready.
Yeah.
Like you guys, I am gonna crash so hard.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. You went like 400% of what I thought you were
I
gonna go
did.
tonight.
BRM Bug says, I'm glad you had such a good time at your concert. I sound like such an old. Oh, it's okay, friend. I felt like such an old last night. Such an old. Bad. But I don't care. When Less Than Jake is on, nothing else
That
matters.
is true. I've seen it.
Hilo the Husky says, hey, I always support you. Do absolutely. Thank you so much. You know what? Even anybody who just shows up, you are here supporting us, and we appreciate that. Not to discount anybody who does not super chat. It doesn't
it was
matter.
a fun
You're
night.
here, and that makes the community, and we couldn't do it without you.
Yes, because you guys are also our like night to hang out with people too.
Yes, absolutely. Like, we're hanging out with our friends tonight. Brittany posted a link and asked if this is the video. I can't do anything to check on that, so I don't know if Dan can pop that open. I'm assuming you were trying to find the rehasher video that I am in. Are you able to figure that out? Yes, no? Is it happening? Oh, something
Maybe
went
it just
wrong.
crashed live.
BRM Bug's watching at 1.25 speed to try to catch up. Am I talking really fast? Like way faster than usual? Angela posting all the emojis and wanting to know where mine is.
You'll get one soon. I think that's what I'll probably do.
That's the story I've been
I
hearing.
know, right? We'll see if we stick to it.
Don is so proud of me for going to the show. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm pretty proud of me too. Like I said, way outside my comfort zone. Sorry, we're just trying to figure out. Are we over figuring out the video? She said she's gonna post it in the group. Are you not able to? Is it
no,
too
'cause when I
much?
click on it, nothing happens.
Okay. Yeah, it's the Reggies in Chicago from August of 2018. And I am right up front like a big
Screenshot.
old dork.
Screenshot if you see Crystal.
All right, guys, let's wrap this up. Thank you so much again, everybody. We appreciate every single one of you. We love you guys. You are our friends, and we appreciate you guys hanging out with us on a Friday night, and we will see you tomorrow night.
Tomorrow.
Disney Dantics. You guys can play along in the chat. You don't have to call in, so please join us. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited. Even I have no idea what's gonna happen.
No, it's going to be fun, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good night, guys. Bye.
Thank you.